fine. There we go. Start recording.
BS is right. Am I right? Huh?
Yeah. OBS.
Zing.
Yeah, exactly. We got them, boys. All right. Okay. Oh, let me stretch. Before we start, another sponsor of this episode, aside from Carmex, is I got the Dungeons and Dragons Nerds Gummy Clusters. I got those.
What?
Oh, those sound good.
I did not know that was a thing.
I wasn't told about that.
See, okay, so hey, here's a secret. So I have a friend named Chance, and he somehow managed to get them. So they come out next month, so like in like 2 days. But my friend managed to get them early. And he got me because he knows I like Dungeons and Dragons, and he likes Dungeons and Dragons. So he got a whole bunch of them, and he gave that one to me. And I got some. I've eaten them, and they taste like if you took a Nerds rope, and instead of like making it rope length, you made it like Nerds like gummy bean size. I don't know. It's good.
That's weird.
It's very good. I really enjoyed it. And apparently there's a Nerds adventure that you get for D&D, like a whole Nerds adventure.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
They made like a whole story thing about it.
Yeah, so
Like you can do a campaign or whatever.
Yeah, you can. And I have not entered my code in online because it gives you a code on the bag that you enter into their website or something. But
Nice.
yeah, that's interesting. So that's another fun science fact. But
I feel like that's a trap. I feel like if you enter the code now, they're going to be like, we know you have the illegal candy.
The illegal candy. We know you have the illegal candy. We know you've been
SWAT
committing
team's gonna
cupcake
knock
crimes.
down your door.
Yeah, Jesus. All right. Let me pull up one more thing. I need my notes for the session so that way I know what the heck I'm doing. Hey, I actually have a question for my players because I'm a terrible DM and everything I do is a mistake. What did I name Pomeranian Girl? What was her name? Because
Myliki.
Maliki. Oh, that's right. Okay. All right.
After the goddess.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Because I just have her down in my notes as Pomeranian Girl.
Also accurate.
Yeah, I just have her down in my notes as Pomeranian Girl. And because I never actually gave her a name when I was prepping, so I had to kind of think of something on the fly, but alright. Let me write that down.
Charlie, you sound like you're doing an impersonation of yourself, like you're someone else mocking you every time you do that. And then Charlie was like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah."
Perfect. Okay. Hey, there it is. There it is, right on time. But all right. With that, I think we'll begin. But hello, welcome to a spooky D&D session right before Halloween. Woo! Very spooky, very very spooky. There will be ghosts and ghouls and
that was really good.
And vampires. Woo!
Frankly, I'm scared.
You should be.
You should make Eric's real accent.
But yes, I am very pleased that this is like I'm hoping that this session is our last like spooky session. I'm pleased it's falling right near Halloween. Very good. Totally unintentional, but very good. So, with that, let's continue. Actually, before we do, somebody wants to give me a rundown of last session so that everybody knows where we're at. I'm actually going to turn off this Halloween ambiance while somebody musters up the courage to do a...
Try? So Ava had a conversation with Harshnag. Harshnag was like, yo, I want to go after the city. And we were all like, dude, we already have all this other stuff on our plates. But we're like, fine, we'll go. So he calls up Vincor. Vincor puts a rune on the conch. We take up sleep. We go to the Shadow. Well, it's like Shadowfell Limbo. It's not technically Shadowfell, right? It's like Purgatory Shadowfell.
Yes.
And So we decide to have Liddy set up a grove with the password garlic. And Harshnag decided to go ham on spiders in Womford while the Nightwalker was still attacking and barged right in, and it looked over and it was like, I'll save that for later. We decided to scour the city for civilians. Liddy and Ava turned into spiders with little ribbons on their legs so we could tell them apart. Everybody else went to Spitfire Inn to find Renon. He wasn't there, but a family was there, and we found the hidden tunnel to this back place, whatever, that, like, the priest of the city had set up as like a bunker for the scary vampire if it started attacking. So we escorted them while Liddy and Ava were just kind of hanging about. We found Renon with some other people, and we were like, yo, we've got this grove outside of the city. It'll be super safe. We'll take you there. And with a little bit of persuading, they were like, okay, fine, we'll do it. So Finch was sending a message to Ava and Liddy being like, hey, we're going to help these people get to the grove. Go to the church. Don't go inside. Just go to the church. So we left to go help the people. Liddy and Ava were looking around the city and found a house where there was some scratching at the door. Ava opened the door and a little Pomeranian came out. Turns out it's a halfling named Myliki who works for the Emerald Enclave. And she was like, we were investigating in the city about the vampire stuff, but I got separated from my friends. So Ava and Liddy were like, hey, we're going to go check out the church because we heard people were there. You want to come? And she was like, heck yeah. So they go to the church and decided to go inside against orders from Finch and Vesper, and decided to go down this secret little tunnel that led to this room where when Ava called out to anybody if they were hanging out there, nobody answered. But when they went into the room, there was a bunch of open, unused caskets and a giant, glowing, floating purple eye. And that was it.
That sounds like a good session recap to me. What is this? I don't need this. Okay. I'm gonna pull up one more quick thing, actually, because I'm a goofball who forgets everything. Amazing. Okie dokie. So, with that, I think we'll start, despite leaving my druid friends on a cliffhanger, I think we'll start with our other friends so they can catch up and get with the program. Get with the program, gang. So, yes, you guys have a bunch of people in tow. You're inside a little bunker, and you're kind of just, I guess, are you guys gonna take him to the grove?
That was the plan, and I'm assuming that we just go through the city and do it, right? Because there wasn't a direct way underground to the grove. So it was just escorting a bunch of people, me, Finch, and then Jack was still in Finch's pocket, and Helios floating about, and just trying to sneakily get everyone outside of, going through the tunnel back to Spitfire Inn, and then from Spitfire Inn above ground, going towards the grove.
Okay, alright, works for me. So, I would say if everybody agrees on that plan, is there any objections to the crawling through the tunnels plan?
I think so. Not from Helio.
Going once, going twice. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay. So, yes, you guys will slowly, single file, creep your way through the tunnels. Like I said, these tunnels are very small, more like vents than tunnels, but with enough climbing and shimmying and shammying. ShamWow. Eventually you make it. And I would say you come out on the other side, and you can still hear Harshnag just smashing away. never fails to, you know, I mean, he's just going hog wild. In fact, I would say like the roof of the room that you guys come into, which is evidently Renon's kind of like bedroom. There's like a big hole in it and a dead spider kind of laying there twitching in the middle of the room. But other than that, everything is fairly good so far. As you guys have made it to the tavern, are you guys going to keep going outside?
I want to make sure that whatever lanterns we have are on, and that we get into a proper like hot pocket formation, so that everyone with weapons are kind of on the outside, all the children's are on the inside. But then I was wondering if Helio could be like the top of the hot pocket, just like anything that comes up above, he can go pew pew.
Pew 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 pew.
And
Pew, 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 pew.
where would you like Jack? Because Jack is here. He is out of a pocket. He has no idea where we're at.
You're awake, I see.
Yes. Status report.
We are in Shadowfell Limbo, trying to help the civilians get to a grove outside of the city.
For a second, I thought you said Shadowfell Limbo. Well, that's not good.
No. What do you remember from our fight back in Barge Right In?
Well, it looked like you had it under control, so, I took to sending a message.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a top secret message, as a matter of fact, and I couldn't be disturbed, and it could not be overheard, so...
I'm not even going to insight check that. So, we are going to help these people get to the grove that Liddy set up at the edge of the city, and then we're going to meet Liddy and Ava at the church.
Sure. Alright, that sounds like a solid plan. Whose was it?
Point to myself.
Oh. Sounded like a, Finch plan, but... Alright. Let's,
So if you want to make yourself useful and fly around with Helio up at top and make sure any spiders don't get us from the air.
Oh, no. I'm sure Helio has it on his own. He is quite capable of littering around and doing nothing. I will stay down here and supervise making sure that everyone gets through safely. Yes.
Helio's all up in the air in a pose, ready to fire something off.
Like doing like the handgun, like aiming it at different things.
Pew pew.
Full military dive behind stuff in the air.
So I will lead the charge forward so that whatever comes at us first, I'll deal with it. And then I'd like Renon behind me with Finch so that they can, if I need to take care of whatever, they can continue the group forward.
Okay. All right. So, I would say, as you guys leave the tavern and enter the sort of town square, aside from seeing, like, small foothills made out of spiders, and other spider components, you will see a somewhat sweaty, but still, like, still raring to go Harshnag, who is enjoying a quick break from what seems like a non-stop horde of spiders. And the first thing that happens as soon as you step out, is you see Harshnag, and he'll maybe, like, give you, like, a small wave. But as soon as he does that, you'll hear, I guess kind of like a low, kind of guttural scream come from across the ravine. And Vesper, I would say you would see, I guess everybody would see it, the big ol' boy, the Nightwalker, is like staring right at your little group of your Hot Pocket formation, as you said, of people. Doing the Shadowfell shadow stuff equivalent of licking its lips, saying like, that looks pretty good. And and I would say it slowly begins, like, you like, its movement is so heavy and, like, full of, like, momentum behind it that you feel like you should be able to hear, like, a thud every time its foot touches the ground, but you don't hear anything. It just kind of slowly makes its way towards you, shifting its, like, apparent weight from one foot to the other, but not in a way that makes any noise. The only thing you can hear, like I said, is, like, the low, guttural kind of screaming noise as it slowly makes its way towards the ravine.
I just turn around to the group and just tell them, stay together, keep pace. If the children are slow, pick them up and carry them, but we need to go fast.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are walking, the only thing I will add before I think I jump to the other group is Harshnag will offer, if you would like, he will offer some help. Like, he'll offer to carry some people and, like, run them over to the grove.
I don't suppose Harshnag could just, run that thing over. That would be nice. Like, literally, just run it over and smash it to the ground like he's done all these spiders.
I would say no, Harshnag should stay and just intercept anything that comes our way so that at least we could get some cover and distraction so that it doesn't see where we're going.
Ah, yes. And if that fails, we'll know who to blame.
Okay.
Yes, Finch.
All right. So, with that, I think we will move to our Pomeranian druid friends. Hey, Pomeranian druid friends. You guys are peeking into a room, and as was described earlier, there is a kind of, like, a runic purple eye kind of staring at you guys from this dark room. And, like, it's, like, the pupil of the eye tracks you as you, like, lift open the little hatch and then close it again, I assume.
Well, that doesn't look good.
Can I, from the brief glance we got, can I, like, identify whether it's attached to a creature?
I would say yes, you could determine that. I would say you think it's not. You're pretty sure it's not. You're pretty sure it's, like, the wall itself has an eye on it.
Okay.
Like I said, it's, like, runic. It looks as though it was carved into the wall, almost.
Alright. And I didn't, like, see anything else in there, or anyone else in there.
Nope. Other than, I guess, I don't think... Well, I would say there'd be a couple of corpses in there, but nothing other than that.
Do they look like recent corpses? Or
I would say recent corpses, but, like corpses that were properly taken care of. Like, nobody that was, like, killed in there, like, corpses that were getting ready to be buried out back.
Oh, that's right, because, yeah.
Did the group, when they sent the message, or the sending message, did they say they were on their way, or did they say if they were going to stop by the grove first?
I don't remember. But I would say, since they crawled through those tunnels, with that whole group, that's gonna take them a while. So I would assume,
We didn't message them until we got into the tavern area so that we were closer.
Okay.
And we told them we were going to escort these people to the grove, so go to the church because we heard there were more people there, but do not go inside. We'll meet you there.
There is your answer.
Okay. So Ava will turn to the rest of them like, I don't think there are people in there, unless there is another passage.
I think Maliki is going to If she is in Pomeranian form, she will bark at you. If she is not, she will look a little bit like unsatisfied with that answer, and she'll. Yeah, I'll say that she'll just look a little unsatisfied with that answer. She won't say anything, but she'll look unsatisfied.
If the other group is far enough away, I can attempt to locate survivors. I know of a spell that can allow me to locate creatures so long as I can specify who we might be looking for.
At this, Maliki will light up, and she will say, I know who you could look for. None other than the leader of the Emerald Enclave in this area, Theo Grigg. Theo Grigg. Find them, and I bet you'll find the others.
Could you... okay, so I'm gonna link this spell actually, because I'm not sure if that's enough of a description for it.
Describe a name or creature that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the creature, the location within 1,000 feet. Creature's moving, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate the creature. If the creature you described, her name is... I would say she knows this. She knows Theo Grigg well enough, where she could give you a proper like description of like his physical appearance for you to cast the spell.
Okay. Yeah. I was in look for survivors mode. I think he would.
Okay.
I, the player, am torn because it's one of my 4th level spells.
Okay. I would say you don't detect anything outside of your like friends moving towards the grove, over yonder. But outside of that, in this building, you don't detect anything.
Oh, and how far is the town across? Like, it's just so I know, like, whether or not this would also catch barge right in its radius.
That's a good question. One that I do not have an answer to at the moment. I would say, for sake of simplicity, yes, I would say it would.
Oh.
Well, I guess if it covered barge right in, I would say that you would be able to detect like a few scattered people like over at barge right in, but like since this lasts for an hour, you would notice they are rapidly like any of those like few remaining little like snippets of light out there are rapidly being snuffed out.
Okay, well, I actually also, because I know that maybe it's a little late to declare this, and if so, that's fine, but because I know that the Emerald Enclave is of druids, and they're probably not in a human form, can I search for, like, half-elf or human or whatever race she said he is, so that, like, if I don't catch him, I catch some other survivor, maybe?
I would say all of those would yield similar results. This town is mostly populated by humans, but searching for like half elves and things. Like they would all every race that you listed would and like even the race she'll list is he's a half elf, but even that will just yield very similar. Like you'll see a couple of snippets of light in like where your friends are. You'll see a little bit over at Barge Right Inn, and then there will be nothing anywhere else. I guess actually, no, because it doesn't... Okay, yeah, nope, that'd be all you see.
Then... Yeah, his face will probably just fall a little bit, like... My leaky out. And I think he's probably going to try and go over the little Pomeranian's head and just make an expression at Liddy like, this is bad. How do I say this?
Liddy has no idea what you're trying to say.
I can't locate anyone by that description. It's possible that he's simply outside of the spell's range, but I can't help in finding him right now.
I would say she would, like, you can kind of tell she's, like, she was not fully grasping the seriousness of the situation. But then you say, like, I can't locate this dude. She kind of, like, she looks a little bit like, uh-oh, oh no, that's not good. But I would say you'd only see that look on her face for a moment before she would kind of, like, spring back to it and say, well, we haven't tried in that room yet. There's got to be something in there. I mean, there's that big purple thing, purple spooky. You got to go in there.
Maybe we should wait for the rest of our group, just in case something does go wrong. I'd rather we all be together if something bad happens.
She likes you, Liddy, so she will defer to you and will wait. As for my other gang,
Yeah. Are we gonna wait in the tunnel? Do we want to head back to the church? Where would we like to wait? Because we did say we would meet them outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we should wait, like, in the church, but I don't want to wait outside the church because the Pomeranian was attracting spider attention.
Yeah.
okay.
Unless, Maliki, can you wild shape into any other animals, or just the dog?
She'll think for a moment, and she'll become... She has butterfly energy. She could do a butterfly.
Yes.
Squirrel, bunny. I would say the most intimidating one she can do is maybe like wolf.
I'm just thinking of something that won't stick out as much as Pomeranian.
She could do spider, but it'd be like cute spider.
That's okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm probably a cute spider too.
Spider with a bow.
Spider with
We'll
a
have
bow.
matching ribbons.
Okay. She will do cute spider, and she will follow behind. Cute spider mode activate.
Then yeah, maybe if we can just like, as spiders kind of scurry up into like either the doorway or one of the windows by the front of the church, like on the outside, so we can just kind of keep an eye out for when the rest of the group arrives.
Okay. All right.
Agreeable, Ava?
Yeah, I don't think we should disturb that eye until we're ready for whatever's looking through it to see us.
I'm just double checking something. Okay, never mind.
Fair. I think it already saw us, but just for a moment.
That's true, but it didn't seem to respond.
Alright, so, my escort group, I would say you make it all the way to the Grove with no issues other than, like I said, your big friend across town there looking at you very, very like, ooh, man, that looks like a good dinner, doesn't it? A lot of, like, humans packed up, souls, look at all those souls, delicious.
While we were doing that, could we tell that it was clocking exactly where the grove is located?
I would say that yes, it watches you all the way until you get to the Grove. Do you guys, if you go inside the Grove though, and like as people start to go inside the Grove, it starts to lose interest.
Okay. Yeah, so we would get everyone into the grove and tell them we'll be back within a day. And do not leave for any reason whatsoever, because this is the safest place for you to be.
Don't forget the password is garlic bread.
Yeah. Garlic bread? I thought it was just garlic.
Or just garlic. I don't remember. It was one of the two. Probably just garlic.
Passcode garlic. Alright. They will give you the okay. And I guess they'll just kind of they'll wait. They'll wait. They don't have any better options at this point.
And then just head straight to the church.
Okie dokie. And again, with minimal resistance, you will make it to the church.
Do we see ribbon spiders outside the church?
I think ribbon spiders are inside the church, but so you would not see any ribbon spiders.
Okay. I will cast message in all directions to Ava saying, "Where are you? We're outside the church."
Can I respond to message as a spider?
Go for it.
You can come inside. There's nothing in here, so we decided to wait inside.
I will relay to the group. They're inside, so we need to find a way in.
Have we ruled out the door?
By all means.
Well.
Age before beauty.
Oh, that was clever. All right, I'm gonna go attempt to pull open the door if I am strong enough to do that.
With a bit of help and determination, anything's possible. And you manage to creak open the door.
I'll give a little golf clap.
Yes, I'm fine. No need to help. I've got it.
He's like trying to flex for Finch.
Look at these guns. All 2 millimeters of them. Amazing. But, yes, the door will slowly creak open, and like I said, this kind of decrepit, ruined church, will meet your eyes. It's a very, surprisingly, untouched by spider webs and everything. It's there's a bell that has crashed down from the bell tower and is kind of it sits idly in the doorway, kind of making it a little awkward to squeeze in around it, especially if you're not human or if you're not spider or Pomeranian sized.
Why am I picturing all of them lined up by the door and all their heads just peeking in around the door?
Yeah.
Line up.
Stacked on each other like Scooby-Doo.
And the only other thing of note besides that, and the kind of altar, which is, like I said, fully lit and still decorated, and it looks like the only part of this building that was not touched by the Shadowfell. It sort of stands there defiantly with its lights and the stained glass window with the balance scale on it being held up by a skeletal hand. That whole scene stands there before you, kind of imposingly, but harmlessly.
Do you see Ava and Liddy?
They're spiders with ribbons. You'll find them eventually.
And a random third spider, too.
Oh yes, random third spider.
Liddy will probably transform back when the group gets in.
Elio's just kind of there watching behind to make sure nothing creeps up on them.
I'll have an Eldritch Blast ready for that third spider, because I don't know what it is.
The third spider will put its spider hands up.
She's our friend.
This little spider
You made
legs
a-
just go up in the air.
You made a friend, a spider friend.
Well, no, I made a friend, and she can sometimes be a spider, sort of like how I can.
At this point, Maliki will turn into a small little halfling. And she'll give you guys like a very enthusiastic wave.
Oh,
Yeah, great, more baggage.
Helio, are you out in the open?
Helio is hovering above everybody else.
Helio,
Keeping
she's gonna
watch.
run up to you and like with a very like a childlike expression of wonder, she's like, "A fairy! I've never seen a fairy before!" And she's gonna kind of like try to like hop up and like touch you.
It's like, ah, what is this?
I've
you know,
never
there's
seen
another one
of
right
you.
here.
Yes, I am what's known as the finest specimen amongst my people. Feel free, have a look. Come on.
She'll come
If you
over.
need me to sign something, just let
Are
me know.
you at like her level? Like, can she reach you?
Yes.
She will like clap her hands on you a little bit.
Jesus.
Like not enough to hurt you, but enough to like definitely spook you. And she'll look at you, like she'll cup you in her hands and she'll be like, "Hello, you're so small, smaller than I thought you would be."
Well, I mean, it's not the size; it's what you do.
She'll say, "Yeah, I'm kind of small too, but I'm very powerful." And I'm just looking for my friends. Have you guys seen any Emerald Enclave folk running around?
Do they have any distinguishing marks or symbols on them? Because all we saw were just citizens.
Vesper, obviously it's something emerald. Am I right?
I
She'll-
don't even think Helio knows what the Emerald Enclave is.
She'll nod. And Helia would know what the Emerald Enclave is. I would say if you've spent any time on the like around here, you would know the Emerald Enclave at least vaguely. They're
Well, I mean, he knows who the Zentharum is. He'd probably have an idea of what the Emerald Enclave is.
yeah. So, she would explain that like their most distinguishing feature would probably be like they all kind of look druidy, and so like they don't really have like a strict dress code per se. But generally speaking, like they wear like green cloaks are kind of the go-to fashion icon to like figure out who's an Emerald Enclave member. If they're wearing a green cloak and look kind of druidy, then you're probably looking at an Emerald Enclave member.
Obviously, Vesper.
Obviously. No, we did not see anyone. Did you all... Were you living in the city? Or were you just passing through when this happened?
She'll gesture outside and she'll say, "Well, we had a grove set up on top of a hill across the river, but things happened and well, that's not there anymore. So I was hunting spiders and I met these two fine folk, and now we're looking for my friends."
Up on a hill across the river before it got transported to this place? Or after?
She'll nod, like before.
Before. So... And you know that everyone was within the city when this happened. Wait, were there spiders before? We didn't see any spiders and barge right in.
Yeah, I mean, like, you would have seen, the occasional spider just because there's bugs that exist, but I mean, like, not anything that would have stuck out, like, that's a spooky-looking spider.
Okay. So, as far as we know, some, if not all of your friends are within either Wamford or Barge right in.
She'll nod, and she'll say, "Well, they spent most of their time in Wamford. Barge right in, they were a little bit of a rougher crowd over there. And we didn't have the people to take them on and do anything about them. So, we spent most of our time looking for the vampire in town."
So that means you guys were there when we were there, but we never met. How many people were in your party?
She'll, like, take out, like, she'll count on her fingers, like, 1, 2, 3. She'll say, there was 5. There was 5 of them. But I don't know where they went. We got separated when things kind of went south.
Well, as far as we know, there may be people within this building. And if not, we could probably spend a little bit more time looking around. But, Lydia, you'll know when your grove is up, I assume? And she's not here, so I'm assuming she says yes?
Probably. And at this point, Ava will actually transform back also and say, I cast a spell to attempt to locate them, but I didn't sense anyone inside. The only thing in there was...
Just a single person, or every member of the Enclave?
I could only search for a single person. I could only search for a single type of creature at a time, but there were no half-elves in the entire vicinity of the city.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're dead. It could just mean that they're too far away.
It could, or in another form.
In another form. Okay.
And also dead.
Trying to be a little bit more optimistic here,
Yes,
Jack.
but we can't eliminate all the options until we, have evidence.
Okay. So have you just been waiting here for us the entire time? Or did you look around this big room to see if there was anything suspicious or any signs of people?
There's a passage leading down that was used for burial rites. We checked it out. I thought it would be safe since it was well lit, but there's only some kind of arcane mark inside, no people.
What did the mark look like?
An eye. And he'll describe roughly like its size.
And I don't like the sound of that.
Helio's just in the background making it look like purple flower petals are falling over the little girl.
She will love this. She is like fully enamored by this whole vibe.
Helio,
Yeah.
in all your studies, do you know anything about a purple eye?
Purple eye. Purple eye. I mean, people have purple eyes sometimes.
A magical purple eye.
Magical. Does Helio know anything about a magical purple eye?
You can give me an Arcana or religion check,
I will go with...
or a history check. Arcana, religion, or history.
Arcana's the best. 24.
Heck yeah, you do. So you kind of like, you think and you thunk, and though Kalimvor's most like prominent holy symbol is the like the skeletal hand holding the balance, quickly comes to mind that you're in a like, a Kalimvor kind of church. That's definitely Kalimvor's like other lesser known, lesser used symbol. Which
He'll
is
go into detail explaining this, and he'll be using the flower petals to like make the symbol and the pictures.
And it's generally is like where Kalimvor also like is seen as like a judge, like if you're like good or bad in life, like where you're going in the afterlife. The eye is generally seen more as like a like him watching over you as you transition to the next life.
And it is a symbol of observation. And then he'd pause for a moment. He doesn't like that, so he'd wave it away. But
So having this symbol active, it's just a symbol, or does that mean someone or something is actually looking through it? Do priests or worshippers of Kalimvor can actually use an arcane eye symbol like that to scry?
well, I think it might be possible. but those are magics that I don't generally delve into.
Right. Well, Renan did mention a priestess, Yia, I believe their name was. But no one has seen them for a while, or at least since the city had been brought here. Myliki, you've been here since the very beginning. Do you know how much time has passed since Wamford was brought to this plane, this dimension? Does it feel like it was just not very long ago, or did it feel like a very long time has passed?
She'll kind of think for a second. She's like, well, it feels weird, because, like, I don't know. I felt like I was here for only a little bit, but then I look around, and everything looks like it's been here for a long time. So I guess I would say a medium amount of time?
Well, my assumption is that whoever that priest is using the eye, but we won't know until we go there. You haven't seen any indication of any spiders, any persons, any beings within the areas you have searched?
I have a question actually. There are like candles on the altar, and the passage was lit sort of all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like evidence of how long those flames have been burning, or are they just sort of like an ever-burning torch situation?
I would say there is evidence, and I would say if you looked close enough, you could tell they've been burning for, I would say, a while, like a long while. Like all the candles are burning down towards the very end.
The only evidence is that these candles were once lit by someone, but it's possible that it's been a few days from the state of them.
Okay. With those torches, I noticed that whenever any light, and I'll hold up the lantern, is shown around it, the area seems to change as if it wasn't touched by whatever this place is. Down there, are there spider webs? Does it look like it has been ruined, like the outside, or does it look untouched?
Hey, before you answer that question, when you hold up that lantern and you're like, looking at whatever surface you're looking at, you hold it up, and the second you hold it up, I would say a like pair of eyes will like stare you right back, like right at you, before like quickly blinking away.
Oh.
No.
I go searching for it with my lantern.
Make me an investigation check.
Can I ask, were they like human size or like little speeder eyes?
Human eyes.
Where is my...
Were they purple?
By the light of the lantern, they were purple, but the lantern illuminates any invisible thing in a purple color, so they may or may not have been purple, like, actually.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you two know about this lantern. It reveals anything that's invisible or within 30 feet?
Handy.
Is it 30, 20?
I think it's 20.
20? Okay.
20, I think so, but don't quote me on that.
Magic items, lantern of revealing. Oh, 30 feet.
30
oh,
feet.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
30 feet, shedding bright light in 30 feet radius, and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Oh, wow.
Well, regardless, you will, after searching around for a little bit, the only thing you'll see is, like, occasionally you'll catch more glimpses of this eye, or a pair of eyes, I would say. I should say. There's, like, a pair of eyes that, like, occasionally blinks in and out of existence, in different angles, in different areas, and it doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason to it. It's just, but every single time that it appears, it's always looking at you guys, or at least one of you.
So it's not even focused on anyone in particular?
No.
Wave at
call.
the eyes.
Yeah.
Wave.
Call out to it.
I feel like that's Liddy's solution for everything. Just wave.
Whenever the eyes seem to notice that you've like seen their presence, they quickly disappear and like either relocate or they don't appear for a little bit and then they reappear.
Eyes don't antagonize the all-seeing eyes.
To make friends.
If it's watching, it's probably not friendly.
I'll call out to it. Are you the priest of this church? We're here to help.
I would say you just hear silence.
Well, that was helpful. Let's go down to that area that you said you found and see if we could find anything else. And maybe if it follows us, if it's in a smaller room, maybe we can do something about it, because this place is way too big.
Elio's gonna sigh.
Can I real quick? That's fine, but let me try something first. Can I take my little notebook and just real quickly write in it, we are here to help, we are not enemies? Specifically, I, the player, am wondering if maybe it just can't hear us.
That's fair.
You could do that, but I don't think nothing would come of it.
Okay, yeah, so he'll just do that, hold it up for a little bit, and then after nothing comes of it, go down the passage.
Elio's gonna sigh and look at Vesper and say, I don't like this type of magic.
I
But
know
he's
you
gonna
don't.
he's gonna cast Detect Magic.
Well, this place is hella magical, that's for sure. But that part of that comes from it being a church, and that it's like just full of divine magic. There is no, you don't pick up any signs of arcane magic, just divine magic. All of it related to Kalimvor. I guess the only signs of arcane magic you pick up would be from your own party.
Okay. I don't see anything other than this holy place.
Okay. Well, stick close to me, and we'll make sure whatever is in here doesn't leave with us when we go back outside.
Okay.
All right. After a bit of scattering about, you will get to the tunnel, and all of you guys will make your way down the ladder. And though it is a tight fit, everybody can get into the tunnel. You might be packed like sardines, but you can all get in. And like I said, there is
Shift into a small animal if that helps.
Ah, there you go. 3 small animals. There you go. Perfect. But yeah, it ends at the end of a hallway with a nice wooden stepladder that leads up to a wooden hatch.
I'll open it and go inside
Okey
with
dokey.
my lantern leading the way.
The first thing that you'll notice as soon as you open it is, sure enough, there is a sort of runic purple eye, which it follows you as soon as you lift up the hatch and start moving your way in.
Ooh.
And it is very it has this almost chilling presence to it, that it does not feel not necessarily unwelcoming, but definitely for lack of a better word, judgmental. It's very closely screening you for any kind of flaw or problem that you might be willing or trying to cause.
Can I touch it?
You can touch it.
I would like to fly up to it and just give it a quick little wrap.
Okay.
A tip tap.
Boop, boop.
Jack. No.
I'll help Finch into the room.
Other than that, when this room is fully illuminated, like I said, there's a bunch of empty coffins in this room, and up against one of the walls there are a few open coffins, each one reeking with the stench of death from a corpse that has been sitting inside them for a little bit too long. And each one is open, and you can see that there are a total of 4 corpses, each one like I said, fresh enough where it's not like fully decaying or anything, but definitely like old enough where it smells a little bit nasty. And there's embalming tools and other like preservation tools to make sure that they're properly taken care of. And other than that, there's just big stacks of coffins on either sides of the walls, and then finally the big all-seeing eye on the other end of the room.
Can I?
Just start spraying the smell of floral and lavender everywhere.
Can I ask? I don't know that much about gods in this setting. Is there like, do gods like typically have their own like traditional greetings that like someone might perform to another of the faith or whatever?
I would say yes, there would be things like that, but you'd have to kind of be like a member of that faith to know what the greeting would be, or you'd have to pass a religion check to like guess it.
Okay, can I just attempt to see if I have any idea what it might be?
Give me that religion check.
Is there a layer of dust in this room?
Yes, there is a layer of dust, but it's not like, yeah, there's a layer of dust. And with that religion check, you can muster yourself up a good, like, a good bow and a, may death find you well kind of Kalimvor greeting, but, you know, that's like, I would say, the extent of it. Good enough to pass as maybe, like, if you were, like, in a disguised self kind of thing. You know, you could probably pass as, like, at a glance as a, like, priest of Kalimvor.
Okay, yeah, I think after Jack pokes at it, if nothing happens to Jack, he might...
See? Perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about here. I'll just tap it harder.
probably just sort of go up to it and try the greeting, try the bow.
Okay. Nothing would happen. The only thing that you would notice is tucked in a corner behind some of the coffins is there's an open coffin that's leaning up against the wall with no lid on it. Well, there is a lid, but the lid's kind of like lying haphazardly on the ground. And there's like a hammer and some nails that have like been left out, as though like this coffin seems like it was, I guess, like going to be nailed shut, but then never was.
If I peer inside of it, is this some Narnia stuff?
It just looks like a normal coffin. A kind of crap coffin as well. Like, it's kind of made out of like unsanded wood, and there's no like any fancy ornate decorations or anything on it. It's just a very plain wooden coffin.
Is there like a body inside of it?
Nope.
Do the other ones have like names on them or writing on them?
All the coffins that are like stacked up against either wall do not, but the coffins that are currently open and have people in them, they all have names, but none of them are names that you would recognize.
The one that Ava was looking at that doesn't have a lid, if Liddy kind of pushes on it a little bit, does it move?
Oh yeah, it'll move around.
Okay.
You can pick it up, throw it, break it, do what you want.
I'm not gonna do that. But...
Okay, and there's no indication in the room of someone being here recently other than us.
Make me an investigation check.
I will help with that.
Cool.
There definitely is traces of somebody, or more accurately, a group of people having been here recently. There are like definitely like some boot prints on the ground that you can see, and just the way things are scattered about. There's definitely like this hasn't had time to like all settle in. There's no like of like the traditional like like the like standard like cobwebs that might occasionally come about. And though there is like a layer of dust on everything, it's not like a super thick layer of dust like you would expect. It's definitely been like at least somewhat recently inhabited.
So that could mean when this place was transported to this plane, the workers and people in here could have felt it and then just abandoned whatever they were doing and went somewhere. But where did they go?
I was say, is there any other way out? I don't remember. I wasn't here for all of this. Sorry.
There is a back door. There's a back door that's next to the 4 open coffins. I might draw this room out so that you guys have a better idea of what it looks like. But there is a back door that just like if open just leads out to the cemetery out back.
Is it? It looks perfectly closed and locked, not like anyone just ran out and in like a hurry or.
Yep, it's just perfectly closed and locked. There's no signs of any struggle or anything.
Did you guys find any other room besides this room?
The main sanctuary, I think.
And there were no doors to any other places from there. It was just this tunnel.
So.
You said that the other survivors saw a group of people going in here. Where did they last see them?
I don't believe they saw them. I believe there was just a rumor that they had hid here.
Well, obviously it was a very shit rumor.
What happened when Jack touched the thing?
Nothing really.
Okay.
He got bolder and touched it a lot more. That's about it.
Oh.
Okay. So we could go through that door and see what's out back, or we could double back and go back to the main room and look at that a little bit more, or we could just abandon all of this and search the houses.
Yeah, can I just do one quick once-over? Like, just try pushing at coffins, sort of looking for, like, secret passages. Any further secret passages from this room?
The only other thing I think that you've missed would be the coffins. Like if you like knock on some of the coffins that are like you're like kind of like looking at them, knocking at them, seeing what they do. Some of them don't sound empty. Like some of the ones against the walls do not sound empty. Like when you kind of like knock at them, maybe like, ooh, if I knock at this coffin, maybe it will open. But if you, like after a couple, like some of them don't sound empty.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there are corpses in the room, right? That we can actually see.
Yes.
Not just in.
Yeah.
None of those corpses have like vampire marks or anything on them.
Nope.
How does the number of corpses compare to the number of coffins?
Do they have any marks on their necks?
None of them have any marks on their necks. The number of corpses in the room is 4. The number of coffins in the room, I would say, stacked. There's 4. There's 1 for each person that's like each one of them is currently inside a coffin, and then there are, I would say, maybe 30 more coffins, like scattered around the room.
But 1 empty. That we know of.
Yes, there's 1 empty one that's like open and leaning against a wall with some nails on the ground next to it and like a hammer.
I mean, do we want to try and check the ones that sound like they're full just in case it's not with a body? It seems kind of disrespectful to disturb
I'd
the
rather
dead.
No,
I'd
they're already
rather
dead. They
not.
won't mind. Let's do it.
I think we shouldn't. We're looking for live people.
Obviously, you have your opinion, Vesper, but I am in charge here, so...
Yeah.
Ava, if you would please.
Check. And he'll glance at the eye. It is not a wise idea to disturb the dead in front of the god of
Yes,
dead.
we're being watched. Quickly, someone throw a shroud over that thing.
Helio would like to fly up and insight the eye.
Like have a staring
I'm on to
contest.
you.
Exactly.
Give me an insight check.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
Helio knows
It
everything.
blinks first.
Yeah, so well, first of all, yes, it does blink first in your staring contest, in your battle of wits. But when you stare at it, you're staring at it. You're giving this thing the real stink eye, like a real, like
Show you the real evil eye.
Yeah, exactly. You're not taking not taking any prisoners with this horrid glare that you're giving it. And just for a moment, I would say you hear some voices coming like from what sound like kind of like inside the wall behind the eye. You can't make out what they say, but you definitely can hear some voices.
For a brief moment, Helio sees into the room of Charlie. He's just gonna kind of like lean over and look past the eye for a minute. Is there anything behind the eye?
Nope.
Like,
Just a wall.
Just a wall? Okay.
So,
Lean back.
I'm remembering last week you told us when we were in the sanctuary that it seemed smaller than the building itself. Would this room account for that extra space, or does it still seem to come up a little short?
It would account for the extra space. It would account for the extra space.
Lantern reveals nothing? Nothing different, nothing new?
Nope.
The other blinking eyes?
Nothing.
So, it looks like Jack was right again. Let's go ahead and open these up. Let's go. Come on now, can't do this myself. Just gonna grab this one and push.
Does the eye have any solid mass whatsoever, or does it just like phase through when you try and touch it?
It's carved into the stone wall. It's like a carving into the stone wall, so you can like touch it. And if you touch like the magical bits of it, it simply has kind of a kind of just like a necrotic kind of like foulness to it when you touch it.
And it was just gonna like look around for something to hang over the eye.
You could find like a bit of cloth or something for like hanging over the eye.
There's a death shroud laying around somewhere.
Yeah, you can find something like that.
He's gonna do that. He's gonna try and hang something over the eye.
That can be accomplished fairly easily.
By the way, just a side question. Does Helio still have Detect Magic up?
He can if you want me to.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to if Helio wouldn't do it, but I'm just curious if this eye is anything but divine magic.
Well, Helio in his massive staring contest gleamed that it is necrotic in some fashion, so that could be worth looking into. So
Why is no one helping me push this open?
Helio will bamf a detect magic.
I would say you don't need to cast Detect Magic. You can tell that like from what you did earlier and with your staring contest, this is almost certainly divine magic.
Well, for Helio, it's free because.
Oh, okay. Well then,
yeah, he's not burning any spells to do it.
Okay. Well then, it is 100% divine magic.
Okay.
Lambor has no ties to the Shadowfell?
Nope.
Okay.
Outside of, like, death and the Shadowfell kind of, like, go hand in hand a little bit, but, like, Kalimvor, like, despises undead and, like, doesn't necessarily, like, hate the like, concept of purgatory, but, like, tries to, with all expedience, get people to their proper afterlife location, like their proper afterlife vacation destination as quickly as possible. Kalimvor also is about like not fearing death, and like embracing the afterlife, and not being like afraid of what might come, like when you pass on.
Ava, you still have that piece of paper that you wrote on.
Yeah, he'll flip to that page and hold it out for you.
I'll hold it out in front of the eye for a good, like, solid 10 seconds.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Did we
Okay.
get any sense that the eye is like even like scanning it and just not responding, or is it just like ignoring the paper?
It's definitely looking at it, but I mean, it kind of just looks at whatever's nearest to it. So
No.
it's hard to discern.
Nobody has a spell that could dispel this eye, do they?
I
Uh,
could, but
Actually, yeah, I think I have Dispel Magic today.
is it wise if
It's not responding to anything that we're doing, and
It's simply watching. I don't know why we're worried about the eye. It's just here to observe.
Did Helio tell the rest of us about the voices he heard in the wall? Or
No.
okay.
I say if we're going to do anything and make something happen, we better do it now, or else we're just wasting more time. Because that grove only lasts 24 hours, and if there are other Enclave members in the city, then we need to go looking for them, and if they're not, we need to go back
All right,
to
snap, snap.
Harshnag.
Chop, chop. Let's go. Let's get talking about it then. Let's move on. Come on.
Elio, these coffin things, how well are they built?
Depends on which ones you're looking at. Most of them are kind of poorly built.
So they would there be an inch gap anywhere in them?
Yeah, you could probably find like a hole in one that you could squeeze through.
Helio
careful,
would kind of just like push Jack and point.
Ah, excellent work, Helio. Good job. I dare say I'm a little surprised. All right. I'm going in.
Okay.
Quick, everyone, leave.
Helio was starting to float towards the door.
Jack, when you enter, for a second, you enter, and the second you do, you're like, you don't feel conscious anymore. Like the second you enter this coffin, you kind of feel your body go limp, and a second later, you feel like almost like spiritual. Like you don't feel like you're fully like person anymore. And you just kind of feel like this overwhelming sense of like, I need to go back. Like, bad. I do not like being here.
Oh. All right then. But I don't see anything, right? Just get the feeling.
So far it's just feeling. Like you can't see anything. It is just feeling right now.
Before I go back, I want to fire an Eldritch Blast into the just forward.
Okay. When you do, you hear, I would say, like, maybe not necessarily like screaming, but kind of like angry yelling.
Oh.
Do the rest of us hear it?
No.
Oh boy.
I just
Oh,
imagine
boy.
Jack's Eldritch Blast is like a tiny little pebble going.
I should go back. But
Before you do, hey, how is Jack like? How like so? Being confronted by this kind of like feeling, how is Jack like? How's Jack doing? Good, bad?
Well, Jack was thinking that he should get the hell out of here, but then he remembered that no one respects his leadership, no one listens to him, blah blah blah. This is his chance to prove that he's correct. They should
Okay.
have just listened to him in the first place.
So you're saying Jack feels pretty confident right about now? Pretty good?
Yeah, he feels good.
All right. I would say that as you start like you're like, I need to get the hell out of here. But then you start embracing that like side of you that's like, well, you know what? If they're not going to listen to me, then I'm going to stay here and I'm going to figure out what's going on. The more you seem to like gain control of yourself, the more like you come back to your own body. Like the less you feel like spiritual, and the more you feel like corporeal again.
Okay.
And after a while of working yourself up, you find yourself standing in a very small stone room, very similar to the one you were just in. Well, I guess not standing; you'd be floating in this room. And there are a bunch of people all like crowded around in the room, discussing like whether or not they should like move or like what's going on. Like maybe we should reveal ourselves to these people.
Oh shit! Should I hide or should I do something?
There's not much hiding. There's
right, then
this
I'm
this
gonna
room is
announce
pretty much
myself.
empty.
I'm
Okay.
going to announce myself, and I'm going to say, "Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I am an official representative of the VOTCM, and I demand to know who you are and what you're doing here."
You'll see that there are two people that seem to be like in charge of the discussions.
Flash in the badge.
And they both kind of trip over each other. One of them in a green cloak, this guy, half-elven guy, he's like, we're from the Emerald Enclave, and we're also from the Church of Kalimvor. We were just getting ready to get out of here, but this dum-dum over here, this nimwit, was thinking that we should wait and make sure that everything was okay. But obviously you guys are fine, and we need to leave. And then the other person will be like, yes, maybe they're fine, but we have to respect the process and be careful. There's no telling what kinds of ambush or problem they could cause if we appear out of nowhere and they start killing all of us.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, that definitely would have happened. Now, did you lose a dog by any chance?
The guy will nod very like enthusiastically. Say, yes, Maliki, have you seen her?
Well, I saw a corgi. No, Pomeranian, was it? Yes. She's with us actually.
They will all like all the like ones in green cloaks will all be like they'll breathe a sigh of relief, and they'll like look kind of like distastefully at the main like the other. There's like about I would say there's 4-ish Emerald Enclave. Yeah, there's 4 Emerald Enclave people, or at least people in green cloaks and druidy kind of getup, and there are 3 like Kalimvor kind of like priestly looking people. And they have been like you can tell like very heatedly fighting with each other for the past I don't know how long have you guys been in the room, whether or not or I guess you wouldn't know what they were fighting about, but you can tell they've been like very heatedly fighting with each other. They
now that I'm on scene, I am of course the chief officer in charge here, so if you'll just explain what exactly is going on, I can direct you as to what will be the best course of action.
The priestess will she'll kind of sit down and she'll say, well, currently when things went south, I took me and my brothers and these folk from the Emerald Enclave, and we sealed ourselves in some coffins. And in doing so, our souls were transported to Kalimvor's domain. And he has given us temporary lodging amongst the astral plane. So we can go back, but I don't suppose it's wise, considering that there are unknown people out there who could, at any moment, as was so evident by you almost killing one of my associates with your necrotic blast of some sort.
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. It was a warning shot. I did not intend to hurt anyone.
Right. Yeah. Well, we we're still deciding what we're going to do. I don't
Well,
think.
I think it best that you come with us. You see, well, I didn't want to let the monster out of the bag, so to speak, but there is a horrid creature up there, and if you're going to come back at all, you'll need our help to get out.
Make me a persuasion check.
Am I good at persuasion? Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Well, let's have her roll.
That's rough.
That's
today.
terrible. Not today.
She's got kind of crap stats, so don't worry. You'll probably will still beat her. Yep, she loses. Okay. She will, after a bit of talking, will eventually be convinced that you guys are not going to instantly kill them, and the rest of you guys, after you guys are like, you're like, man, he's been in there a while. Maybe we should get him out. Or maybe you guys don't think that. I don't know.
This is our chance.
Liddy's trying to convince Helio, no, we can't just leave him behind.
Are you sure? Because, like, he kind of fits in here. He's a little dark for my liking. We can just, like, he'll blend in. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to leave any of you guys behind. You're my friends.
Yeah.
After that, you begin to hear some of the coffins around you bust open, and you hear like big like gasps of like breath, like people are like desperately gasping for air.
Well, to no one's surprise, I should say, I was correct. I have found everyone, no thanks to all of you. If you could regale them with your tale of what happened and why you were inside there, I will stand here and look smug.
The head priestess will inform you guys of pretty much what she informed Jack of, and she will then say that her plan at least was to keep everybody safe by transporting their souls at the very least to the astral plane right outside of Kalimvor's domain, which I don't know exactly what it's called. The fugue plane is where he sits at. So she was planning on moving everybody out to like the outskirts of the fugue plane to be within Kalimvor's kind of watch. And from within this sort of like pocket dimension, they could keep tabs on who was coming in and out of the room, and ensuring that they weren't bad, but they were unsure as to your guys' good graces or not. They will trust you for now.
Well, we've got a group of people from the city in a grove, hiding outside by the bridge. We plan to take out whatever it is that brought all of you here. But if there's any other information you could give us about what you've seen, what you know, we could really use it, because we're on a time limit here.
The head priestess, she'll again step forward and she'll say, there aren't many spider creatures that come from the Shadowfell, and there aren't many spider creatures powerful enough to make a domain of dread out of a place that come from the Shadowfell. So the chances of you guys dealing with a Darkweaver are pretty high. They're very manipulative, like kind of like monsters made of shadow and spider, and they're generally, like I said, they're very powerful, and each one kind of puppeteers and masterminds its way to power, essentially. And they're, as a result, pretty strong.
Okay.
What sort of weaknesses do they have?
That's a good question. For one, they are like all Shadowfell creatures. They do not like sunlight or any bright lights. Really, bright lights are very bad for any Shadowfell creature. Um, uh, though it is very good at like manipulating and talking to people. Well, talking in like a non-traditional sense. It would be it would be strong in combat, but its initial response is not to go fighting. And perhaps you could use that to your advantage somehow. But other than that, it's very difficult to say. They are ultimately fairly unpredictable and hard to clock.
Do Darkweavers have a history of wanting to take over cities within the Prime and bring it to the Shadowfell? Like a vampire would with its domain of dread?
Not necessarily, but yeah, no, not necessarily, but they do they have, I guess the best way I could describe it is like they have like they're all there's not very many of them, and they all have great ambitions of power. And they most of them can't really achieve that power, but the ones that can quickly accumulate it very like they rapidly accumulate power.
So we want to be going after a Darkweaver. And if we can defeat it, that's probably the... Well, do Darkweavers have a history of taking on subordinates like the Nightwalker, like the frog creatures, like the spiders? Are they like...
Yes, they do have a history of that.
Okay.
And they are specifically known as sort of like puppet masters. They will not only will they like puppeteer creatures like in death, but they will also in life kind of like convince and use other people to get its way, either through fear or through like magic. Will use their like inability to combat like its kind of like strong like its strength to get its way.
So
Sorry, I have a question. When they are sort of doing their manipulations, is it like a enchantment they're taking over these things' minds, or just they're very good at convincing?
Very good at convincing. Like almost like devilish in that sense, like where they've got a very high like charisma.
Okay.
So if we were a Darkweaver, where would we want to be? I know Eric was very wary of Ironfoot Keep, but currently it looks like to be surrounded by nothing but webs.
Then that would be the epicenter of the spider's nest, right?
Logically. So we'd go in there, find our way in there without trying to get too much attention from the spiders, and hope whatever is hiding in there is the Darkweaver, and kill it and bring everybody back with the conch.
Couldn't we just set fire to all the webs and drive them out?
I mean, that's a possibility. But how... We don't even know how long have we been in this city.
Feels like a few hours, but not terribly long. Like maybe at most it feels to you guys like 8 hours.
Oh, then my magical weapon is completely gone. We've got 3 days to do this. We've already used spells. Do we want to take a rest and then reset up the grove the next 24 hours and then go after Ironford Keep? There's still Hoshnag out there, there's still the Nightwalker out there, and there's still spiders everywhere.
I mean,
Question
there's only one Nightwalker, and there's many of us.
I mean, Harshnag's been out there drawing attention.
Without someone specifically drawing attention, do you think the grove would be enough to protect us from both the spiders and the Nightwalker? It was occupied by the people still at Bargerite, but if it finishes them, it might...
Still have quite a bit of time. So we could try and engage the Nightwalker and just hope that a new one doesn't make its presence known. At least get something.
Ah, yes. So, Jack's plan is right. Let's go.
We should take these priests and the rest of the Enclave with my Leaky to the Grove first.
Oh, yes.
Or do you all feel safer here? Should we bring them to you?
The Emerald Enclave people will vastly prefer the Grove, where the Kalimvor people will, like, not, like, insist, but they'll be like, I think it'd be better here.
You all went into the astral plane after you were brought to here. So if you stay within the coffin in Kalimvor's safe astral area place thing, and we are able to help the town and get it back to the prime plane, you all will be able to still get out of the coffins like you have now with no problem.
She'll say, yeah, I think so.
Was the way back to the prime plane after we defeat the thing, is it just like our plan is to transport the whole town back, or did we have to be in a group to go back?
It sounded like when Harshnag plays the conch, we need to listen to it, but I don't think Vincor ever indicated whether or not the entire town as a town will come back, or if it's just the people. That's very powerful magic to take
will pipe up
a location.
And say, I think it's just the people. Because I don't think... I mean, Vincor's pretty powerful, but I don't think he would be able to forcefully bring back a whole town like this.
And I know Harshnag's not going to want to leave until whatever did this is dead. So we keep the people safe for the time being. We take out the Nightwalker. I don't think we're going to be able to take out all the spiders, but take out the Nightwalker, fight our way into Ironford Keep, and try to find this Dark Weaver. And take that out. But do you all do you guys feel comfortable with the amount of spells you have left? And 2, Enclave members, anybody willing to help will be more than welcome.
Nobody will. Yeah, nobody's gonna volunteer. Yeah, nobody's gonna volunteer.
Not even little my Leaky?
She'll look like... She'll kind of look like... No, she'll no, she's not gonna... Like, if she might look like, heck yeah, I will, but then, like, the second, like, the head honcho is like, that's not a good idea, she'll be like, well, maybe that's not a good idea.
Is it even possible for us to take on a Nightwalker, even with Harshnag? Is that a thing that can occur, or is it a well-known fact that no matter how powerful you are, you cannot fight a Nightwalker?
I mean, you would guess you can fight one. I mean, but
I feel quite confident.
Sure,
He
you
will be
do.
fine.
You always do.
Yes, well, you learned something from me, Vespa.
The Nightwalker is only following orders, right? If we kill the Darkweaver, maybe it won't pursue us?
It's a possibility because they are quite independent things and would rather do what they want. And I'm wondering, Nightwalkers, when we spoke about them before, their goal was what exactly? As individuals, not as like following someone's orders.
They like to essentially just wreak havoc wherever they're at, but on their own terms.
So even if we do defeat the Darkweaver first, the Nightwalker would still be destroying the city, just in the way that it would want to, instead of being told to.
Yeah, less of a focus and more of just a general, it's doing what it does.
So in your opinion, would you suggest going after the Darkweaver first or the Nightwalker?
Well, if we stop what's controlling the Nightwalker, it'll probably just go do whatever it wants to do and ignore us for the time being. But then that means we have a rogue Nightwalker in the area.
But Nightwalkers, they are native to the Shadowfell, right? So Nightwalkers don't jump through planes by themselves.
they can,
They
but
were
very rarely.
Oh, they can. Okay.
They don't
But-
do it of their own volition, that's for sure.
Okay. So if we defeat the Darkweaver, essentially we could just leave the Nightwalker alone and just leave it here and then take all the citizens and the priests and the Enclave back to the Prime with us. Because we're not taking the city as a location, we're taking the individuals. The
Yes.
Nightwalker can stay here with the frogs and with everything else. So we go towards Ironford Keep, we take Harshnag, we try to get in as best we can and try to find whatever's controlling everything and kill it.
We can sure try.
Yes, which is exactly what I said. Vespa, how is it that when I say things, you don't really comment unless to say something, oh, how should I put it? Sassy.
Just want to, just stay on my toes and that, you obviously help with that. So, I
Yes.
just want to just make it more interesting for you.
You know,
I'm
I
sure-
know how to spell patronize.
Hmm.
Patro. In
Eyes.
eyes.
Nice. EYES. Got him.
So just a
So-
reminder.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
Thank
Let's
you,
go-
Jack.
Let's go kill a monster, shall we?
So Enclave members come with us to the Grove. Priests would prefer to stay here? Yes? Or Grove?
Vincor didn't tell us anything helpful. If
I've noticed Vincor's not very helpful.
if
Just
our
in general.
plan is to let the Nightwalker and this town stay here, being transported to the Shadowfell, are we sure that we shouldn't keep everyone in a group to ensure that all humans get transferred?
Well, from what I understand, when Harshnag blows onto the shell, and makes the sound, that specific sound, as long as you're concentrating on it while listening to it, it will transport us back to the prime where we were before we came here. So I don't know if that's something that the priest can hear while in the astral plane, or they should also be in the grove, even though they don't feel super safe. But if we take longer than for the grove to stay there, they're druids, they can make their own grove, right?
They can.
They made a grove before. So we can just leave them to defend themselves and just tell them, listen for the shell, and that will bring you back.
Then yeah, we'll just make sure to turn to the Kalimbar priest and be like, you can hear things while on that plane, yes?
They'll all nod.
Okay then. Then just be sure if you hear a horn blowing, concentrate on it.
Think of where this place was on the prime, and it should be able to transport you and all of us there. Sans the city and the church and everything else. Or so we assume. Ready, break.
Halo,
I'm sorry,
oh,
no, I was just going to say, I fell asleep there while you were speaking fast. So thank you.
Yes, Jack, you had opinions you would like to state?
Oh no, I was just dozing as you rambled on incessantly.
You know,
and then
that was
then you said
actually
break,
Ava.
and yeah.
Ava was talking for some of that too, you know.
Oh, I found that very insightful, actually.
Okay. Enclave members, with us. Priests, do what you want to do. Listen for the horn. Let's go.
Okie dokie.
The Jack Vespa relationship can only end with them becoming great friends or killing each other.
Why
Yeah.
not both?
Unless Bruiser gets to him first.
That's true. That's true.
He's not scared of Bruiser. He's more scared of Finch, I think. Bruiser.
And Finch has no qualms about killing Jack.
All right. So, are you guys just going straight back to the grove?
Mhm.
All right. Harshnag, I would say at this point he's kind of just like leaning up against the building, just kind of still catching his breath. There are not many spiders around. Like there are still spiders, like small spiders, but no spiders big enough for Harshnag to like actively challenge.
I will inform him of the plan. And once we get the people into the grove, everyone is going to make it for Ironford Keep. So if he wants to follow us, and because it's on the way, since we're at the church, we'll take this route to the grove, and then Harshnag can kind of like chill here and wait for us.
What if
Harshnag will offer very strongly that he could fight the Nightwalker by himself.
You said it was bigger than him, though.
It is bigger than him.
Has he ever backed down from a fight?
Yes, but haven't we let Harshnag carried enough of the burden? Isn't it time that we gave a little back?
I didn't know you and Harshnag were so closely acquainted that you cared for his safety.
It's not that I care for his safety as much as it... Well, if we let Harshnag do everything, then well, Harshnag is the hero, and to be honest, I think it's our time.
So are you suggesting that we take on the Nightwalker?
Absolutely.
Do you want to get on yourself? Because that doesn't seem like a good idea either.
No, that sounds like a terrible idea. I'm not... I'm brave, not stupid.
What if Harshnag stayed with the priests, and then when it was time, he escorted the priests to the grove?
But the priest's plan was to stay there because they could hear everything. So they weren't going to go to the Grove at all. They were going to stay in the realm of Kalemvor.
I thought our plan was to leave as soon as we deal with the Dark Weaver. We don't have to deal with the Nightwalker at all.
No, we don't. The problem is that I feel like Harshnag is on some sort of justice tirade and wants to take out everything, every
Tirade.
little
I
thing.
mean, just because one wants justice doesn't mean, that he's on some sort of a tirade. Some of us believe in being heroes.
Right, but I mean, I feel like you also need to be smart enough to choose your battles, and you don't need to fight everything.
Oh, of course not. But obviously, this thing is evil, and obviously, it's going to kill innocent people. So,
So
It's
let's
already
save the people
killed
first.
plenty. Yeah,
it's killed plenty. So let's just let it kill more.
Well,
Well,
it's going
no,
to
that's why
stay.
we're
Is
taking the people
everyone
to
listening to
safety.
Harshnag made me a promise when I agreed to help him with this that he would listen if we told him it was too much. Can't we just try to incite that if he wants to go after it?
And let him or not? I'm
And not.
confused.
He promised that he would listen if we told him he had to back down at a point.
I would suggest then that if you could speak to him about it and persuade him, because you were the one that spoke to him about coming here in the first place, he might trust you more so. So we'll escort the Enclave members while you speak with Harshnag.
Sam? That sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Alright. Sounds like there's a plan. So, I guess, I guess who wants to go first? I guess, escort people, don't worry. You can escort your friends there pretty quick. I mean, you guys are within, jogging distance, so it's not that big a deal. Ava, I'm assuming you're going to talk to Harshnag?
Yeah.
I'm picturing Charlie like pinching the bridge of his nose, like, oh my god. I could hear it.
Alright, so, Harshnag will, seeing that you have something to say, will kind of, kneel down and get ready to, listen to you.
Harshnag, we've found out what creature is behind, and he'll gesture to sort of just the area, this, and our plan is...
To kill it? To kill it. It's to kill it, right?
It is to kill it. It's a Dark Weaver, which we presume is in Ironford Keep, and as soon as we kill it, we will blow the horn. We've spoken with several groups of survivors, and they're all prepared to leave. And me and Liddy searched, but I doubt there's anyone else in the city. So, we have everyone we can.
He'll nod.
This does require that we leave the Nightwalker here to get transported back to the Shadow Plane. Shadowfell.
So, we're just gonna leave it?
We are. It's too dangerous to take on when we don't have to. And if you really want to look at it this way, it will go on to kill other Shadowfell creatures. It will be alone in the Shadowfell without any more humans.
He'll listen. He'll say, okay. He will not argue. He will 100%, after thinking about it for a moment, and he'll kind of, look over his shoulder at the thing. After thinking, he will agree and will be ready and willing to help.
Alright. Then yeah, we'll lead up to the rendezvous point near Ironford Keep where we agreed to meet a group.
Okay. Is it Ironford Keep time? I think it's Ironford Keep time.
think it's time for keep time, but 2 of our members are BRB.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Break time.
Yeah,
we need
actually, it is
break-
exactly 10 o'clock. Yeah, we'll go with that. That sounds like a good plan. Break time, break time.
am the here.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, roll 20. Everything you do is a disaster. There we go. You can be my guinea pig. Do you see anything on this map?
I see. Mostly black, but I see where the party's at.
Do you see anything around you, or do you only see black?
I see stairs and a hallway.
Hey, that's what you're supposed to see. Good job. You did it. You passed the test.
Woo!
But now you don't see anything anymore. Now you're blind. Well, actually not yet, but you're gonna be blind in about half a second. Just trying to think of a place I can put you that would make you blind. There we go. Now you're blind. Pretend you can't see anything now.
No. I was never good with pop quizzes.
That's right. Destroyed.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
You ever gotten a drink from somewhere and it tastes like a fountain drink and it just tastes like chlorine?
Yes, and I can probably tell you why that happens.
Hate it.
It's probably because, so if it's anything like where I work, they use like this sanitizer water solution to like clean the little nozzles it comes out of, and it's this like blue, like kind of foul smelling, like liquid. Well, it's like a tablet you put in liquid, but it, you know. I don't know, but that would be my guess, is that it like residue of that is on there. You're supposed to dry them off, but most people just, screw them back on and don't really care.
Oh, makes sense. The water in my town is not that great. It smells like eggs all the time.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's very sulfurous and iodine induced, and it doesn't normally bother me because I grew up on it. But when people try to treat it, that's when I'm like, okay, now I taste something weird.
I don't know. I don't like the water where I live. It tastes nasty. I do not like it. I am posh and I only drink bottled water. I cannot drink like our local water. It tastes nasty.
See, I can drink my local water, but I can't. If I go somewhere else, I have to drink bottled.
The problem is, for me, about our local water is like it feels like thicker than normal. Like it has this like thickness to it that is not like, I don't know. I don't like it at all. Weird. It just feels like weirdly thick, and it's like, ugh.
I understand.
It almost has like a milky thickness to it, and I'm like, no thank you. Yeah.
That's the horrible thing I've ever heard of water described as.
Milky thickness. It doesn't taste very good. It's got this milky kind of thickness to it. It's just horrid, and so I only drink bottled water. I've got some right here.
It's probably what they use to treat the water.
Maybe.
That's what gives it that consistency.
Maybe. I don't know, but can't stand it. Don't like it. It's always been bad.
When you guys take showers,
I mean, like,
is the water like that when you take a shower?
I don't know. It's. I mean, like, it's normal water in the sense that it cleans me, but I mean, like, I don't know. It's just it definitely feels like, I don't know. At least when you're drinking it, it feels weird. I don't know if, like, I've never poured other water on me other than my home shower water. I guess I have when I was on vacation, but I don't remember how that water.
Most
Poured.
houses have a built-in filtration system outside of like what the city is filtrating and cleaning, so it changes the consistency of the water in the showers.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's how it is for you. I'm just saying like that's probably it takes enough of it away that it's not the same as like getting a thing out of the tap and just drinking it.
Maybe. I don't know. Either way,
See, the thing is, when you describe milky thick water, I'm sure it's not this thick, but I can only think of egg whites and.
Yeah, it's not that thick. It's definitely more like you know, like the fat-free like skim milk, you know, kind of consistency is where we're at. You know, like the stuff you put in like cereal, you know. It kind of has that, like, at least I think it has that kind of consistency. It's just weird. It's just weird, and I don't like it. Thanks to Great Value brand purified drinking water, I don't have to drink our nasty tap water. Thanks, Great Value brand. This episode sponsored by Great Value brand.
All the sponsorships.
What did it start with? Craigslist? Yeah.
Started with Craigslist, yes. And I don't like how I don't like how Great Value brand sounds vaguely similar to Dave Matthews Band. I don't like how those two phrases like sound vaguely similar, and that's kind of like throwing me off a little bit. But anyways,
I never would have put two and two together unless you said something.
Yeah, well, now you're gonna have to just live with that fact that Dave Matthews Band and Great Value brand could be used to rhyme in some kind of poetry. Some kind of horrid
life goals. Make
up a. Oh, all right. Hey, can everybody see this map that I've dragged you guys to?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Awesome. Hey, pretend you don't see it because you're not technically there yet.
I don't
see it. I can't see it.
Oh, beans. It's always you two. Always you two.
It's supposed to be black, but if you're at the top.
Oh yeah, look at the top left. Look at the very top left. I believe in you.
Yeah, I see me.
I see my token only.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's.
You
fix
should
that.
be in a hallway with rocks and stuff.
You are in a hallway with rocks.
Black, like myself.
Dynamic lighting.
Except
Well.
for your shirt, which is purple.
That's why Jack can't see, because Jack doesn't have dark light on. Bah. Alright. Hey, Jack!
Yay! I can see.
Alright, Ava, I've got the same problem. Yes, it is. Night vision on. You guys all have night vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think or no, I do. Yeah.
30. Okay. Beautiful. Hey. There we go. Alright.
Huzzah.
Amazing. Awesome sauce. Alright.
So that's our lantern.
There you go. The only thing I'm gonna say is we're probably gonna maybe call this session a little early tonight, because most of it is not dependent on Kirsten's, like, you know, Finch being here, but there is a bit towards the end that, like, I was kind of hoping Finch would be here for, so if we get that far, then we're gonna call it a wee bit early. We'll see, though. But other than that, we'll get to this part in a second. You're not even here yet, so pretend you didn't see anything. You're back here now.
See what?
Exactly. There we go. Perfect. Anywho. Actually, you know what? Before I do this, I'm going to actually set all those as your default tokens, actually, before we officially get back from break. Shh, we're still on break. I want to make this your default token, Mr. Spice Wing. That is your new default token. Edit. Use selected token. There we go. Save changes. That's your new default token. Awesome sauce. Alright. Avocado. I need to fix yours because you had lighting problems. That means that your default token is busted as well. Edit. You select a token. Come on, roll 20. I believe in you. I believe in the heart of the cards. Alright, I'm gonna assume that's good. And then Liddy, I'm gonna use this as your default token as well. You didn't have lighting problems, but I always forget to set your default token, so whenever I drag your token onto the map, it's just a square picture of Liddy, stretched and horribly contorted to fit a square. So... Oh, roll 20. You're struggling. I need to refresh the page. Come on, boy. You can do it. Yeah, I know the pages are unresponsive, Google. I figured that out. Alright, yeah, close, please. Thank you.
I also had to refresh my roll 20 because it was unresponsive, so I think that's just roll 20.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. Good for roll 20. Good job. They did it.
Again.
They really knocked it out of the park. They got that part with the whole breaking everything part. They got that down to a science. They're really good at that. Oh, roll 20. Man, I feel bad for the kids that went trick-or-treating tonight. It was raining here nonstop.
Oof.
Why did they have to go tonight? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Our town just does
Sunday
it
night to
early.
school night?
I don't know. They are...
Huh.
Oh, I guess maybe that's it, yeah. I don't know. Our town does it on Fridays. The Friday
Every
before.
time?
Yeah. And they've done it for several years.
Wild.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can get doing it like on a Friday or a weekend if it's in the middle of the week, but
No, it always falls on the nearest Friday to Halloween, or like the nearest Friday before Halloween or something. I don't know. Oh, roll 20. Please work. Please. I really, really hope you work. Because if you don't work, then we're going to have some serious problems. That's a bad vibe. Roll 20. Come on. Alright, well, we're going to try. Alright, fine, Microsoft Edge. We'll try you. Maybe you can do it.
Ew.
Well, let's see.
Ew.
Don't update my browser settings. I'm only using this to make sure, to see if I can get roll 20. I don't want to set anything up, please. Roll 20. I just want to see if it will let me get down to roll 20 on this. Please. I don't want to set anything up. I don't want to bother with any of this. This is already nasty and gross. Microsoft Edge is the milky thick water of web browsers, and I think that that's a great way to describe it. Man, Google Chrome, come on, bud. Why doesn't it work? Oh.
You're not wrong, but what does that make Internet Explorer?
Oh, I don't know. Is that like lead water? I don't know.
I used to have a
No.
meme that described them all as different types of people, I think. Let me try to find it.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want
Or
to
the
touch my
one
microphone.
where it's like, they're like, it's like the meme with the different like 5G, 4G, 3G, 2G, where it's like responding to stuff, and it takes an entire round to get through like Chrome, Firefox before Internet Explorer finally says anything.
That's the first answer to the first question.
Why is there a random Liddy token
I
down in
found
this
it.
room? That's odd. Okay, well, Roll20 works on Microsoft Edge, so... Yay. Alright.
Gotta drink that milky water after all.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
wonder if, like, this is such an old meme. I wonder if it's still valid. I have to read it. That's funny.
Oh, God.
Let me find the actual big version of it. It's an infographic. Oh, yeah. Not found. Error 404. What? I can't read it at this tiny size. All right, that's good enough. There we go. Let me make sure it's not, like, awful, though, because then I'll feel bad if I send this to people.
Yeah, that is something you always have to check about early internet memes, is like, is this horribly
Yeah.
insensitive now? Let's see.
This is kind of bad. So I'm not gonna send that, but it's funny. Just rest assured, it's funny, but it's a little off color, blue, if you will. A little blue.
Well,
That's like you.
yes, much like me. It's a little sexist.
well,
But
that's the early internet for you. What are they? What that's you know.
It's a lot of early stand-up comedy too.
Yeah, that's just a lot of also like just like you know comedians are kind of like man women though. Am I right? Imagine them having rights. Wouldn't that be weird? Anyways, but anywho. Anywho, so hey, you guys find yourself standing before what used to be Wamford Keep is now a big ol' spider nest. Big ol' spider nest. And I would say the only like aside from just tons of spiders scurrying up and down all around it, it's devoid of any real entrance. Like there's no like front door. It's kind of like there are like the occasional holes you'll see a spider pop out of, but you don't see any immediate entrance. The only like recognizable semblance of a structure that you see is, like I said, there was one tower that remained from the original keep, aside from like the walls and like the ruins of things. The only thing that you can see now is that one defiant tower kind of still peeking out, still fairly visible. But other than that, it is just big mass of spiderwebs.
Well, Jack, you said you wanted to put it up in flames. By all means.
Well, I don't really have the ability to start a fire, if you will, but I'm sure someone in our company here has the ability to do as such, yes? Anyone?
Helio puts his sparking hand away.
What
Anyone
is
at all?
your
Just-
plan for after it's on fire?
Oh, well, you see, what will happen is the spiders will come rushing out to avoid death, and we'll be able to catch them and destroy them. Anyone? Anyone at all?
Don't be shy. It's just a bunch of spiders.
Can do it.
We could find a place to get in first and then
Oh, yes, let's
Just
go in
kind
and
of-
then set it on fire, Vesper. Brilliant.
I was hey, I have a character that has done that.
could
Full on.
No, seriously, we could go inside. I'll cast rope trick so we could hide in there while everything scatters out, and once we feel like it's safe, we can get out. It lasts for an hour.
And now I use that.
Can I like
Mhm.
peel away a bit of spider web, like preferably not from the keep, but from a different area, and just test how flammable it is?
Yeah, you can. I would say it's about as flammable as normal spiderweb. So pretty flammable.
Okay.
Helio would go into a diagram with Vesper about how bad of an idea it is to open a hole in the sky and set everything on fire underneath it, and the smoke would go up in and kill us.
Oh, that's one vote for no fire. One vote for fire.
Hey Vesper,
Anna?
since you said that you were gonna look at this thing, like to see if you could find an entrance, give me a perception check before you guys continue voting.
Not investigation.
I guess you can give me investigation.
Oh no, I have to reload. Roll 20.
Yeah,
Let's see. I'm gonna roll it in D&D Beyond and see if it does it.
D&D.
It's D&D.
I feel like Helio's
Oh, well, that
in
was
the
in...
middle of showing
Not good.
diagrams and everything.
Did it actually show up or no? Because I rolled it, but
Nothing on my end.
okay, it's probably because roll 20 is still resetting.
Yeah, my guess is that I don't know because Google is seemingly not working with Roll20 right now. I don't know what the deal is, but Microsoft Edge, like I said, the superior web browser.
Things I didn't think I'd hear today.
Is Microsoft Edge holding you at knife point? Do you need
What?
help?
Me? I love Microsoft Edge. Bill Gates,
Okay, here we
my
go.
favorite person.
I had to close the tab I had opened and reopen it in a new tab. and it's working just fine.
Well, let's try that. Because that wouldn't be a bad... That would be better than using this. Come on, Google. No, it's not gonna work.
Google.
Whatever. I'm just gonna use Microsoft Edge. Whatever. Microsoft
But
Edge
no
needs
one
to
ever.
have... Microsoft needs to make like a... Like, I think one of the most brilliant commercials in the past, like, 5 years was that one for, like, the Super Bowl where, like, it was the Pepsi commercial where somebody's like, can I have a Coke, please? And then, like, they're like, is Pepsi okay? And then they went into this whole, like, is Pepsi okay? Is Pepsi okay? Pepsi's better than okay. And they went off into this whole thing. They need to do that for Microsoft Edge.
Yeah, I agree. That would be great.
That was a really...
I would give them my time.
That was a really good commercial. I really liked that. I think it was Ryan Reynolds who was in that commercial.
Okay. Everything's
So
all
that's
open now.
My daughter loves Pepsi. And everyone always says, what?
It's like
So
watered down Coke to me. Sorry.
I feel like it's much, I don't know if it makes sense, crispier than Coke.
Yeah.
Crispier.
Yeah.
It's crispier.
There was a period of my life where I did nothing but drink
I'll take a
Pepsi.
Coke.
Like, that was it. I didn't eat or anything. It was just Pepsi all the time, and now I hate it.
I was wrong. It was not Ryan Reynolds who's in this commercial. But here, I'll send the commercial for everybody to watch.
All right. I will show that to her
Yes.
when I pick her up from work. She'll love it.
Yeah.
I
No, that's
feel like... Oh, sorry.
no. You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I feel like Pepsi is in the middle of the Venn diagram between Coke and Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I like Dr. Pepper a lot.
Dr. Pepper's
Dude.
very good.
Dr. Pepper Zero is the fucking shit, and every time I go to buy some, it's gone, and it pisses me off because I feel like someone's going to the convenience store and just buying them all right away. I can't stand it.
All right. Well, Pepsi okay comments aside. Is everybody okay on Roll20? Like, can we all use
Yeah.
this Roll20? Okay, good, perfect, awesome sauce.
Okay.
Or at least they have some way to access their character sheet.
So
Roll me.
you said yes to investigation
Yes,
or just
investigation's good.
Yeah.
So, you're looking at this thing and you're like, okay, so if we were going to get in there and we were going to, start beating the crap out of whatever's inside, what's the best course of action for that? Like, how do we get in? And you see a small, you missed it before when you guys were investigating, but you see a small grated window, like peeking out, on this map. It would be peeking out sort of like about here-ish. Sort of like peeking out from the ground that almost leads to like a little cellar. It's overgrown and covered with weeds, and it's kind of got these metal, like rusted metal bars that kind of keep it like from being open. But you figure with just a bit of force, you can knock those bars loose and get in.
Well, I go pull on some bars.
Okay, you're just pulling on them.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a strength check. Unfortunately, you try as you might, you jiggle, you jimmy, you jammy those bars, but they do not budge.
Helia's like, I got this. I got this. And he's going to attempt to do it.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Oh, God. Where is my strength? Okay.
Hey, Helio, with your small size, you can more easily like get a handle on them. You can get you can pretty much like bear hug it and then like fly forward with all your might, and you can pry them all out one by one.
I'm sorry, Vesper. I fully expected not.
Certainly hope you're embarrassed, Vesper.
Actually, I'm very impressed with Helio.
He's just standing there flexing.
I try to do bump nuts with him.
He does it back, yeah.
All
Well-
right.
He is
And
a very
as you peer down
chocolate
inside, you kind of clear away like the plants and the foliage, and you peer down inside, and it looks like pretty much a straight drop down into darkness.
Like, does the lantern we have not pierce it?
I mean, it pierces it down as far as the lantern reaches, but it seems like it goes down even deeper than that.
Oh.
Could we? I know Finch isn't here, but could we do a thing where we send Anarchy out forward and she can look through Anarchy's eyes?
You could send Helio's owl friend.
Tip, tip.
Is there a rock anywhere nearby?
Oh, there are plenty of rocks.
He's gonna pick up a rock and cast light on it and
Okay.
drop it down there.
Okay. You drop it, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going until the light is finally out of sight. And then just when you think nothing more is going to happen, like you're looking, and it goes for a long time, and you don't see anything after a while. But after a while, you hear an "ow!"
Is that Eric's voice?
I mean, you can reasonably assume it's Eric's voice.
Can anybody throw a fireball down there?
If it misses and hits the web, we might have to go ahead with the fire plan.
I just want to get rid of Eric.
Well, Helio shoots a lightning bolt down there.
Okay, roll me a
Lightning
or
bolt,
give me
holy
like
shit.
link lightning bolt for
You
me.
don't technically have to kill him. We could just maim him a little bit and then interrogate him.
Name him a little.
You need to be specific when you're giving Helio instructions. Very
Well,
specific.
I trust his creativity enough.
Let me link lightning bolt.
Remind me who
goodness.
Eric is.
Yeah, he's the
Vampire.
vampire
Country bumpkin
bump-
vampire.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was gone for 2/3 of his story.
His arc. It's okay. The Eric arc is coming to an end, so you don't need to know Eric much longer.
Oh,
Okay, I got it. Here it is. All right.
I think it's a deck
Boom.
save, right?
Boom. It is. That did not. Okay.
Damn, Eric, you suck. Nice job.
My God. Did I?
Oh wait,
did I
no.
really
Okay, never
fail?
mind. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. He's okay. I misread that ability. Never mind. I lied. Okay, roll me your lightning bolt damage.
Okay. 22.
Okay. You'll fire this bolt of lightning down there, and you won't hear anything, but like it'll definitely hit something. Like you'll definitely hear like the crack of thunder as it like collides with something.
Good. He'd look at the group with a big wide smile and be like, I got it.
Well, it's just a straight drop.
I think so.
Do we want to levitate down or just throw down a rope and climb down?
Well,
how big is the area?
Each like it would you'd have to go single file through the window, but once you get through, it's a pretty big shaft. Like it's a pretty big, like 30-foot like diameter or like a.
And is there a ledge on the inside, or is it?
There's plenty of ledges. You could scale
Okay.
your way down if you wanted to.
Well, Liddy's gonna scramble through the window and stand on a ledge and use her wild shape and transform into a giant eagle
Okay.
and offer. She can probably carry one person, I would guess.
Works for me.
I'm gonna, I think, turn into a spider and just stand on the wall.
Okay.
Stand on the wall.
Okay.
You can take Finch and climb down. I've got pretty decent athletics to do it by myself.
All right. I think that accounts for everybody. Going once, going twice. All right. Everybody who is like not trying to scale the walls, if you're flying down, after flying down for what seems like it's not very long, but like it's one of those things where it's like you think like, man, that felt like it was only like 2 minutes, but like you look at your like watch and you're like, man, that was like 3 hours. It kind of feels like that. Like you drop for what feels like very short, but like you kind of like think back on it, you're like, man, that was a long time. Like that was like a lot of time that we spent dropping. The people who spent the time scaling the wall will feel similarly until the people who drop kind of fade out of view, and then they'll kind of be like, they will appear, time will like fast forward for them, I guess I would say. But either way, the result is the same. You all manage to, like you all tumble down a set of stairs, from like a wooden door like flings open behind you and deposits all of you out onto the ground as you kind of tumble down a flight of stairs and end up here.
I have a question. Did we like tell Harshnag what he was gonna be doing for this, or did we all just bye Harshnag?
Who?
Harshu?
What did Ava say to him? He
Well,
was
that-
going to join us?
Yeah, he was gonna join us at Ironford Keep, but I assume he can't fit down this little hole.
Oh, he can't fit. There's no way he can fit.
Should we just like say we told him to find another way in?
Yeah, because we're not doing the fire thing, right? We're not going to flame out the spiders. I mean, are there any spiders left on this thing? Really? Or can Harshnag just like tear his way through it?
The thing outside, there's still spiders like crawling about. But you figure Harshnag's gotten this far.
Then I guess for like our sake, we could just tell him to find a way inside. Just for simplicity.
Okay.
And then just meet him inside. I'm sure we'll hear it when he gets inside.
All right.
And if anything, it could be a really good distraction for us to sneak on by.
Okie dokie. But yes, like I said, a like set of wooden doors will open at the top of a flight of stairs, and all of you, no matter how long you are falling, you will all fall out at about the same time and tumble down the stairs, bonking and boshing your head as you fall. But you all land in a heap kind of at the bottom.
I'm still falling.
I have a mechanical question. When you prepare a spell, how long can you hold that spell for before it just fizzles?
I think as long as you're, like, focusing on it, I think you can have it as long as you're ready, so long as you're focusing.
Because I was thinking for as long as we're walking down this hallway, I just want to prepare an Eldritch Blast for anything that, like, pops out.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay, so if something seems to attack us or just scare us or surprise us, I'm just going to go...
Okay.
But oh so fearless leader, would you like to lead the charge down the hallway?
Brilliant. I was going to suggest that myself.
All right. This hallway is encompassed by a series of rough-hewn kind of stone walls. It seems like you're in some kind of cellar of some sort. The floors are made out of, like rough-hewn cobblestone. The walls are, fit together with a kind of dried, mud-like solution. And there are these big brown mushrooms sprouting from each of the walls.
Why do I have Bless on?
Emilio, take
I
your
did
time.
too randomly when I
ahead.
reloaded.
That's weird.
Okay.
And I have it unchecked as well, so if I were to do it again, let's just say, would it do it if it's off? Okay. So I'll turn it off. I just have Bless constantly now. Okay, cool. Whatever.
That was someone else had that problem.
It was me.
Ah.
We had
I
to
can
go
fix
into
it.
the.
Yeah, I can fix it for you at the end of the session. Don't
Oh,
worry
who's
about
that
it.
guy?
Ah, hey, Jack.
Yes.
As you approach the end of the hallway, you see a very familiar looking face. You see a country bumpkin looking bloke with a kind of
Yes.
with a bruise on the side of his forehead and a bit of a singe on his clothes. But other than that, he is standing there, peeking around the corner, kind of like nervously twiddling his thumbs, and he doesn't seem to hear you coming.
Psst, relax. We are here now.
He'll like jump back and say, "Yeah, what? What are you doing here?"
Shh, quiet, you fool.
Any wrong move and I'm going to let this go.
Yes, we all know you're very brave, Vesper. What are we looking at around the corner?
He'll grab you and he'll like force you around the corner and he'll say, that there, big ol'
that's
spider
it.
being.
Yes.
Helio
Right.
comes up and straight up punches him.
Little fairy punch.
Little fairy punch.
Minus 3 the strength.
He'll yeah, he'll just go into a mist form really quick and let it pass right through him.
Gives a few more jabs and then just kind of glares.
He'll say, well, listen, I told you could follow me to the basement, but here you are. So, listen, so, how did you guys get down here?
We're something of experts at this sort of thing.
He'll look a little confused, but he'll say, well, regardless, we're in the Shadowfell now, and that big old spider thing, he's in charge around here now. I just want to get out of here.
Oh, not anymore, he's not. All right. Vesper, go get him.
Everything?
Oh no, Finch, you're so far away. Come back.
Oh yeah, Finch. Hey, so are you sneaking up on this spider?
I'm not very sneaky. My armor does not allow me to be very sneaky. I mean, I'll try, but I'm gonna go very slowly, probably at like quarter speed, so that my freaking chainmail doesn't do much
Helio
all.
casts guidance on Vesper.
I'm gonna land on Vesper and like hang on to her back.
Well, first off, can I suck at insight. I kind of want to insight Eric for the remark that he said this thing is in charge of it all.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he won't
I'll
point.
invite
He
him.
won't point at that. He'll say that spider thing, like in general. He's not going to point specifically to that spider.
Oh, okay.
He
I
doesn't
do
know
want to
anything.
insight him just to see if I believe him.
You can incite him.
Oh, so he wasn't pointing
Oh
at
no,
this
it's
thing.
back.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh no! Roll 20.
We're all blessed.
You can tell that he's scared out of his mind. He is very, very scared. He does not look like the confident country bumpkin that you saw earlier. He kind of is disheveled, a little like, he's kind of shivering a little bit. He's very scared.
Okay.
He's not looking to like mess around.
Well, then I will cover. I'll cover the lantern just so that it's not too noticeable, and then as stealthily as I can make my way down
Give me a
to
stealth
see if
check.
I can. With guidance, but it's at disadvantage.
Well, Mr.
17?
Spider, let me see if I can. Oh, giant spider, you're rolling publicly. That's not what we want.
Mm-mm.
But giant spider definitely. Oh, with that too. Never mind. Giant spider does not hear you coming.
I beat it by 1. I want to come up here and take my maul and jump down and do a big whack on his head.
All right, give me a whack, and we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, I'm assuming, like, the feeling of time taking so long, like, going so long, is that, like, a real thing, or could I have asked Finch to recast Magic Weapon on my Maul? Because it only lasts for an hour, and she did it right as we were entering the city for the first time.
Yeah, you can have Finch recast it, because
Okay.
you guys have been here a while.
Cool. This is just normal, right? There's no advantage to this.
You mean you got a sneak attack on it, so I'll say it's advantage.
Sneak attack. Hobem! Oh man, 13. That's not very good for a +9. What's wrong with you, Roll20?
All right. By descending.
Initiative. Ah, nat 1. Nice.
Hey, I don't have to sort by descending because you're already at the bottom. All right, give me 1 second. Oh, I have to roll Eric because Eric's gonna help with this.
Oh wow.
He is?
I mean, if the 13 hit, that's really good because I rolled both 6s on that.
You did. All right, let me play some combat music.
Yeah, give it to us.
All right, you asked for it.
That came on during a playlist I was playing my games, and I was like, "Hey, this is Dung Defender, guys." No one got it.
All right, let's play some Dung Defender. I think we're gonna call before. No, stop. Pause. Is there a pause so I can? There we go. All right. I think we're gonna call this session at 11. Just because the more I read what I have prepped, this dungeon has a lot that I would like for Kirsten to be here for. So I think we're gonna call this session at 11. I think we'll finish this combat out. We'll do. I think
Kill the scooters.
We'll do one more quick thing, I think, assuming on which way you guys go, and then I think we'll call it for the night. Sound good?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Resume. There we go. I need to turn this down a little bit because it's a little loud. All right. All right, Jack, you're up first.
Oh well. Okay.
Did my thing hit? Did that hit?
Hey, that did hit. Give me a second. I have to subtract it out.
Sweet.
Calculator. Oh, never mind. It doesn't hit. I didn't read the number. Never mind. No, I read it incorrectly.
Sad face.
Nope. You will like jump, from like the wall to like you'll kind of like grab onto this mushroom and do like a little like loop-de-loop on the mushroom, and you'll smash your maul down on top of it. But it's kind of like it's got that bug kind of like chitin, so like it kind of just doesn't feel it. Like it smooshes down, but then it just kind of like accordions like back up into its full size.
Like a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Yeah. It kind of like it's a little bit rumpled, but it's still like it doesn't look like it really did anything to it. But Jack,
well, hell,
yes,
you have your opportunity to do something to it.
Loop-de-loop.
And pull,
away from Vesper a little
and your
bit.
shoes are looking cool.
Oh, that's how I taught my daughters to tie their shoes. Eldritch Blast.
Give me that Eldritch Blast. That'll definitely hit.
And I don't know why it's giving me a +4. Number 2.
And that'll also hit.
All right. That's
I have to do its health numbers. Minus
math.
-6. There we go. All right.
Hey, it's not giving me my bonus damage.
Roll 20.
It should be. That's a 14 on the first one.
Ooh,
the second one is an 11.
Damage to your Eldritch Blasts.
The Eldritch Blast.
Well, that hit very hard. If that's the case, then this thing is dead. So Jack, you'll loop-de-loop off of Vesper, and you will unleash like these two twin, like at this point everybody's just kind of doing the finger guns and everything, so you kind of go like pew pew, like Keanu Reeves style.
Can I blow my fingers off after?
Yeah, and like 2 blasts of necrotic energy fly through the air, and strike it, one on each mandible, and it kind of like writhes around for a second before ultimately like it keels over. And like some of like what you'll notice about the spiders here when they die is like as it dies, like the legs like seem to break free and start inching away like inchworms, like they start inching away and like getting as far away as possible.
You're welcome, Jack. I distracted it for you.
Oh yes, great work, Vesper. Yes, next time miss even. Bigger.
Vesper, hey, make me a perception check.
Perception. Guidance is only once, right?
Yes, only once, unless you get it recast on you.
Okay. Just making sure. Perception.
Nope, you don't hear or see anything.
Yeah, I figured as much.
You're so focused on the spider that you can't see or hear anything going on. Helio, you're up.
Under Bants. It's all those Bants that's just down there.
I'm just gonna kind of move forward.
Okay.
Yeah, Kino's just gonna kind of move forward and see what he sees.
You see 2 big ol' swarms of like hundreds of spiders inching their way towards Vesper, and you hear the sounds of like spider legs crawling every which way.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's
Yeah.
unpleasant.
This
Ooh.
one.
Alright. The 23 will definitely hit, and it has to make me a dex save. Which it will fail. It will take a bunch of damage. Alright, see what's nice about these boys is that they've got very easy math, so I don't have to, like, pain myself with mathematics. Ugh.
Nobody likes those. Well, actually, the one person that does is not here, so.
I guess, yeah. Alright, next up, Liddy.
Question. Is Finch in this combat, or are we just ignoring Finch?
If it gets dicey, I'll add Finch in, but I'm just gonna have Finch. Finch is gonna cheerlead. Go, you can do it.
Bardic Inspiration to you. Bardic Inspiration to you. You get Bardic Inspiration. You get Inspiration.
Very inspiring.
What is Eric? Is that his name? What does he look like he's doing?
Currently he's doing the cartoon peek around the corner and watching,
Okay.
but he's like looking like he's gonna get ready and start helping out.
Okay, I was just a little concerned that the thing that he seemed to indicate was in charge of all of this just died by being squished. Or shot, very simply. But it sounds like there's more stuff coming.
Yeah, there's a lot more coming.
Then Liddy will scamper her 25 little feet over here to try and get a better view of things.
Alright.
And what have I got prepared today? Sorry, I didn't remember what spells I had picked last time. Does it sound like they're coming from, like, all 3 of these little...
Yes, it sounds like they're coming from all around. Actually, never mind. No, I lied. They're not coming from this room. It sounds like they're just coming from left and right.
In that case... She is going to look up a spell really quick. By she, I mean me.
Hold out a little book and starts.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. I gotta look something up.
Guys, please, can we tone down the whole killing thing for just a second? I wanted to figure out this spell.
Everyone freeze for 2 seconds.
She needs to pull out her reading glasses.
Fair fight. Both the spiders and the humans get 2 minutes of rest time.
Yes. No.
I want a good, clean fight. No punching below the belt.
Sorry,
I'm looking at you, Helio.
We're
He's got his
in
Fingers crossed behind his back.
all. Is it all like dirt around us, or stone, or?
It's stone. There's like kind of like loose cobblestone that is like making up the floors and the walls.
Okay. Okay, that's kind of pointless.
Well, it's loose cobblestone making up the floors and the walls, but the ceiling has like the occasional wooden support beams kind of running across it.
Gotcha. Okay, she's just gonna... She sees... like, this, whatever this is, right?
Yes.
Is it a swarm?
Yes, it is.
She's just gonna produce flame and throw a little shot of fire at the swarm.
Alright, this one here.
Yes.
Alright, that will kill it.
Sweet. Burn up.
And
Can't take the temperature change.
yeah, Jesus, it was like it went from hot to cold there. They'll initially kind of explode at the touch of the ice knife. They'll kind of like spiders will fly everywhere. But then after that kind of fizzles away, Lydia will kind of like line up a shot, again doing the finger gun like everyone else. You'll line it up and then fire it in there. And then spider fireworks will explode out. Like spider guts and spider boys will just fly every which way. All of them horribly on fire.
Like putting ice in hot grease.
And it will be quite the display.
And then she'll use her bonus action to cast Shillelagh on her staff.
Awesome.
And then just kind of keep an eye out for anything spooky.
Okay. Avocado.
Move up. It's to Liddy.
Did I miss my turn?
Did you miss your turn? No, you already did.
No,
You
went
went
first.
first. Yeah, you went first. We're coming up on you still.
I didn't know that we were still that far back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we're still
I was like,
clocking
did
out.
we loop around already? What?
Producing is a shorter. I'm just gonna go ahead and prepare an action for when the spider gets up within range to produce flame.
Okie dokie. Eric is gonna do vampire things. What vampire things? Well, we're gonna find out together as a team. He's going to... How far can he move? I just want to double check that. Alright. He's gonna go there. And he's gonna hold an action to attack the first spider-like thing that comes into his range. Giant spiders are going to sneak about. Actually, Eric's gonna make me perception check as well before I have him. Oh, never mind, his passive perception even catches it. Okay, never mind. Eric, you're very strong.
Helio desperately wants to reaction strike at him when he moves by.
Alright, giant spider
my
one. Vesper, Eric will warn you that there's, like, he'll say, like, there's a spider over there! And then, like, you'll see, like, a spider descend from the ceiling. Like, almost out of nowhere. Like, there's, like, it doesn't seem like there would have been a place for this giant spider to hide. But there is, like, a crack that you think if this spider crumpled itself down enough, it could fit through. And it will descend, and it will, like, land right in front of you.
Noted.
And let me pull up my giant spiders. Alright. Those will both not hit. I'm assuming a 13 does not hit you.
Me, no.
Okay. Okay, alright. Both my giant spiders will fail on all the things they're doing. Good job, giant spiders. But now the little spider underlings are going to come and join the fun. Spider fun, everybody. Spider fun. Spider fun. They're going to go about there. Yeah. Spider fun. Spider fun. They're going there. 2 back. There we go. And then spider fun. Alright. Hey, Vesper.
Yes.
Let's see. That will definitely not hit you. And that will definitely not hit you. Man, these rolls, they're doing great. And by great, I mean horrible. Alright, hey Vesper, you're up.
Alrighty.
I don't know if one of those spiders would have triggered Ava's held action.
Oh yeah, hey, I forgot about that.
But Mia's internet has been...
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm finally back. Yeah, I can roll that.
Alrighty. Did you want to do it to this giant spider or this one?
Whichever one moved into range first.
I think this is probably the one that would have... Well, yeah, this one came in range first, so I'll say you do it to this one. And that will hit. So let me do some quick maths. Bada bing, bada boom. Vesper, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go after this big spooter right here. I'm going to start off with... I need to turn down this music. I can barely hear myself talk. I'm gonna use Booming Blade cantrip so I can get a hit on this guy with the thunder damage. So just make sure this is back to normal. And then there's the initial thunder damage with that. Okay. One of those is a... Hold on. One of those is a 2, so we're just going to re-roll that real quick. Okay, 4. So 4 plus 4, 8, 13, 14, 20. So that's 20 on that hit.
Okay.
And
you're talking the giant spider, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
With War Magic, I can do a bonus action second hit on that guy, so I'll do a second hit on him.
Okie dokie.
And this one has no additional stuff.
That will kill it.
Okay. Cool.
So, you've learned now that, okay, so, like, straight blunt force, that doesn't work. That doesn't fly with these spiders. But, you think, if you kind of, like, you know, maybe, like, knock it over, you know, and get that, like, nice squishy spider underbelly, you know, you're thinking, like, that's the move. So you kind of do, like, a quick little kick to, like, knock it over, and it's, like, squirming around, like, flailing all of its limbs. Then you kind of, like, you know, you squint one eye closed, and you kind of, like, line up the shot, and you're like, ah, that's a big bulbous bit of spider that can really easily explode. And then you smash it, and sure enough, spider everywhere. And then it's still kicking and screaming, so you're like, well, If one doesn't do it, two certainly will, and it will die.
I'm just gonna kind of turn my head so that the spider guts splash on the side of my face, and I'm just gonna be like, mental note, ask Finch for prestidigitation. And that... I'm just gonna stay there with the little tiny spider in front of me.
Okay. Jack, you're up.
Good show, Vesper.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
I actually think you look better this way. And I'll fire out to the big spider here. And that is 10 total.
Okay.
And then that would be 8 if it hits.
That will hit. Well, you don't have the guidance, right? The bless?
No, I do not have.
Okay, alright, then that will not hit. So just 10 total?
Yep.
Damage.
And I get it.
Okie dokie. Helio.
Helio's gonna follow up right behind Jack and send another ice knife send a knife to the spider, not caring if he's there.
Okay.
Savage.
Well, I missed the initial attack, but wherever the little knife thing lands, it explodes. So hopefully, hit anything within 5 feet of that.
Dex save. They will both succeed.
Ah, okay.
So this guy takes.
Go get really close to Eric.
Yeah, I assumed it just lands like right in between the two of them, right about here.
If he turns and looks back, Helia's just gonna smile at him.
Nope, he won't. It's such a negligible amount. It's like you chucked a snowball at him. You know, it's like it is so negligible he will not even bother giving you the time of day. Not for a great vampire lord such as Eric. Hey, Liddy.
That's me.
Make me a perception check.
Oh. Perception. Ooh.
Hey, so you hear like footsteps coming up behind you real quick. You hear like scampering little feet coming up on you.
Oh. Then I'm gonna take a few steps back and peek around the corner.
Okay. Do you have any lights on you?
No.
Okay. Then make me another perception check with disadvantage.
Oh.
Actually, no. Make it regular. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Oh. Well, it's a 10 then.
Okay. I lied.
Unless you just want me to re-roll it.
I think that's okay. Come here, boy. There you go. Yeah, no, you don't see anything. You heard footsteps, but the second you peek around the corner, nothing. Zilch.
That's suspicious.
She will say over her shoulder to Ava and Finch, I think there's someone behind us. I'm gonna keep watch this way. Let me know if it gets bad. And then she'll call down the hallway, "Who's there?" And she will she'll light up a produce flame in her hand and kind of hold it and be ready to throw it at anyone who is sneaky and not on their side.
Okay, hey, really quick, I need to know from everybody, does anybody have any light sources on?
Yeah,
No.
so, yeah.
I now have
put a thing
little
over the
flame in my
lantern.
hand.
Okay, so just in your hand there's a light source? Okay, awesome. Yep. I'm just gonna mark... Do you know how bright that light source might be? Like a radius?
Let me do this.
10-foot radius, 10 additional feet, 20 feet. Alright. Awesome. Okay. Okie dokie. Avocado.
While I was gone, did Vesper
Oh,
get,
dim
like,
light. Okay, never mind.
hit
Then it's only 10.
or anything? I just need to know how everyone's looking. It's my internet.
I think everybody's still looking good, but I don't know.
I don't think anyone's gotten hit yet.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Alrighty then. Then Alva
Eric
is
got
going
hit.
to-
Oh no, how awful.
Listen, you don't know how hard I had to resist the urge to use my turn to hit Eric. Alva's probably going to back up just to keep an eye on both what's happening with Lydia and down there.
Okay.
And then he will guidance Lydia.
Okay.
Because he has no idea who she's seen or heard, but she's...
Okie dokie. Mr. Saltmarsh. Hey, boy. Let's see what you can do. I'm not having you roll initiative. Quit your yapping. Alright, Eric. I'm gonna have you... A bop. A bop. A bop. Alright, he will finish off this giant spider. And... I guess I'll just get ready to square off against this next one. Alright. Let's see... Wow, that's a huge range. Alright, well...
Now you sound like the penguin from like the old 60s Batman show.
Oh, I thought you meant Newt Newt. I was like...
No, not Newt Newt.
Uh-oh, I don't like the look of that.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna continue playing my... I need to have Dung Defender going. Go, boy.
Bend your dung.
Alright. Alright, you're going there. You're going there. Alright. Hey! I need Jack and Vesper. Tell me, first of all, does a 15 hit you, Jack?
Yes it does.
Hey, so, both of you guys, will, you're kind of like, you're fighting over here, but all of a sudden, two furry goblin-looking boys will, appear behind you, and will have, garrots, and will start trying to, choke you out. They'll start, trying to slip one around your neck. Jack, or I guess, Vesper, you managed to avoid yours. You kind of, are mid-fight, so you kind of duck down coincidentally, and foil its attempt. But Jack, it attempts to, wrap the garrote around you, and it can't really, get it to your neck. So it kind of, it wraps it around you and kind of, ties it into a little bow. And, make me a athletics or acrobatics check. Okie dokie. So you're gonna take 9. You're gonna take 9 damage currently. But despite its best efforts to entangle you, you manage to break free of it.
Whew. Did they come from my direction?
They kind of just seemed to appear. You can't even really determine where they came from.
Liddy probably didn't even see it at all because she's facing down the other hallway.
Ah. You would have heard maybe like footsteps like approaching, like what you would think, and you would maybe see like at the edge of your bright light, you would see maybe the occasional like figure lurking in the darkness, but nothing like concrete.
Gotcha.
But giant spoiders are just going to do giant spoider things. Giant spoiter-based things that I need to change to the right layer for them to actually do.
The classic.
Alright. Spoiter swarms are going to... Let's see how my spider swarms do. Not that stupid spider swarms. Hey Vesper, does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
Alright. You're gonna take 18 damage total.
Hellish rebuke.
Okie dokie. Actually, no, wait, make me a con save. I forgot. Make me a con save.
Dang it.
Blasted con save.
Okay. You're only going to take half of 9. That's 4. So you're going to take 13 damage.
Damage. Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Never mind. You take. No, yeah. Okay, you do take half as much. Okay, never mind. Yep. So 13 damage total.
13. Hellish rebuke.
Give me that hellish rebuke. All right.
Which one was it? It was this one? The one in front of me?
Yep, the one
Or
in front of you.
Okay.
Dex save. It will fail and take 16
Yeah.
big boy damage.
Just gonna scream in his face and all these icicles come out and just go pew 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew,
Stab
pew,
him.
pew. All right. That's their turn. All right. Vesper, you're up.
Let's get it. Let's go. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did before.
Okay.
Because Booming Blade's cantrip. So I'm gonna go after the one that hit me. First.
Okay.
I'm assuming a 12 doesn't hit.
A 12 does not hit.
Okay. So that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. We're going to do a bonus action hit.
Okay,
So-
that'll hit.
Okay, so first one miss, second one hit. It's still up.
Yes, it's still up. Actually, the one in front of you is down. Never mind, I lied.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is dead.
And then I'm going to action surge and turn to this spider next to me. And when you action surge, that's a whole nother action, right? So I can do 2 attacks?
Yes.
So I get 2 attacks. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Awesome. I will just do 2 normal attacks on this guy to see if I can knock him out.
Okay, give it to me, give it to me.
Mama said knock you out. Nope.
Nope.
That was fail. Does that do anything? Because that was critical failure.
Nah. I don't
No?
have my critical failure table pulled up. I will be merciful tonight. I'm not going to pull it up.
Alright, I'll take one more swing. Both of those are good. Okay.
That will hit and deal
Awesome.
a good chunk of damage.
Okay, I think, and then yeah, I'll just stay where I am. I'll just kind of be a little bit frustrated because I did 4 swings and only 2 hit. Damn you, Jack! I don't know. I blame you for everything.
All right. Jack, there's a weird goblin guy behind you, who's trying to choke you, or at the very least, wrap you up.
Just wants to give you a hug.
Doesn't know.
Around the neck with some rope.
Well, Jesus. Let's see if it even attempts to survive that.
Get your hands off of me!
Oh, wow. With that nat 1, it's not gonna survive at all. It will
No
die.
zone.
Pretty much so, like, Jack, you stick out your hand, like, you do, like, the stop in the name of the law kind of thing, and, like, it looks at you like you're a tiny little thing, what are you gonna do? And then you just, like, you put the palm of your hand onto its forehead, and then, like, again, it kind of keeps looking like, what is this doing? And then it will just kind of, like, all of the bones in its body will seem to, like, liquefy at that moment, and it will kind of just, like, jellify to the ground and will wither like a plant almost, and
His own version of hellish rebuke.
yeah, and it will slowly kind of just wither and fade into kind of just a grayish husk.
All right, now, where were we? And that's my turn, I guess.
Okay. Helio, you're up.
I actually have to go, so
Oh, okay.
I will move back so that I can hopefully not get killed before this is over.
Okay.
And not do anything for the rest of combat, like Jack always does.
I've
Hey,
done my one thing.
I just melted a guy. I'm out now. I did my.
Were those your 4 spell slots?
Hey, I have one left. Thank you very much.
Yeah, me too, heroic. And just paying attention.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right, see you guys later.
Bye. Thanks for playing.
Finally, he's gone. No.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
So, seeing Vesper getting attacked by this thing that popped out of nowhere, Helio is going to stare at it intently and cast Mind Spike
Ooh.
at... Let's go with 4th level.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes. So the DC is 15, and it is a Wisdom save.
It will fail.
Alrighty, so that is 3, 4, 5 D8. 5D. 21.
Okay.
And now it's Helio's understanding that these things can go invisible, so he's marking it so that he can keep track of it.
Okie dokie.
That's all he's gonna do.
Alright. You will take a good... It will kind of like... You'll give it like the... I'm trying to think of how to describe that, but like the... I would make a reference here. I'll make the reference, and I know nobody here is going to get it. And if somebody does, you're instantly my favorite player, and you win this week. Like the... So there's this commercial for like for Wario Land 2 or something, like Super Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy Advance, where Wario's the bad guy instead of Bowser, and he goes like, destroy Mario, embrace Wario, or something like that. And he's got like these spooky spiral eyes, I'll have to I'll put it in the chat, because without the context, I sound like I'm insane. Wario, commercial, Mario Land commercial. Let me see. Is this it?
Obey me.
Here we go. This is on Bing Video, so don't go blaming me for anything that happens to your computer if you open Bing Video. But this is the vibe. It will kind of like grab its temple and like, oh no, this hurts, but it won't die.
It's okay, the intention was to be able to know where it went if it goes invisible again.
Okay. Liddy.
Having seen these creatures appear sort of out of nowhere, but assuming they're connected to the footsteps I heard earlier, does it sound like there's more footsteps coming?
Currently, no.
Okay, and she can't like see any more of them.
Nope.
Then she will throw the fire she's holding at the one behind Vesper.
Okay.
Which is this.
Okie dokie. That will
Possibly
hit.
killing the one that Helio is tracking. She doesn't
It
know
will
that,
still
sorry.
be alive, so
Ah.
Helio can still track it. Anything else?
Yeah, she is going to a bonus action wild shape into a bear.
Oh my goodness, I was just thinking that.
Which kind
or
of bear?
Psychic. Which one is the bigger one? Black or brown?
Brown.
Oh, it's brown? I thought it was black. I guess, yeah, brown.
Yep, brown bear.
Grizzly bear.
Brown bear, brown bear. Oh, you did it first. Sorry.
You are become bear.
I am bear. Roar. And that will be...
Oh, hey, wait, that means your light's not on. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, good to know. Okay, you're bear now.
I am bear. And that will be my turn.
Okie dokie. Ava, you're up.
Ava is going to. Let me just. Yeah, it's 5 feet short. Ava's going to move up a bit and then produce flame, the one behind Vesper.
Okay.
Oh no. Because that's.
I like how I'm so focused on this spider. I don't even know about this thing, and it's just getting like blasted by all my friends behind me.
Uh-huh.
Got your back.
Oh no, it's probably not going to hit it.
That will not hit it.
Does it hit me?
Okay.
It will not hit you.
So then he'll take the rest of his movement, and since Flame Blade is a bonus action, he'll pull out a Flame Blade.
Okay, works for me. Alright, Mr. Vampire Boy, Mr. Sandman. Let's see.
Bring me a dream.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, and a yacht. Oh wow, nice job, boy. Alright. Like the complete and utter vampire god he is, he will destroy another swarm of baby spiders, all by himself. Good job, boy. You did it.
For a moment there, I thought you were gonna say, like, the complete and utter vampire lord he is gonna eat shit.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me. Hey, Vesper. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Hey, make me a athletics or acrobatics check.
Go with athletics.
All right. You will just barely clear it. And again, it will it will try to it will throw the garrote around your neck, and it will actually choke you a little bit. Kind of you'll kind of have to struggle for breath for just a second, and you'll take 7 damage from that. But after you kind of realize it's there, you kind of stamp back on one of its feet, and it kind of does the Tom and Jerry where it grabs its foot, kind of ow 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 kind of thing, and then you kind of manage to use that time to slip away.
That's what I thought.
All right, these boys are not going to be entering the combat for right now. Spoilers, spoiler. Does an 18 hit you, Vesper?
Question: does reactions Does it reset at the top of the turn order or at the top of your next turn once you do a reaction?
On your turn, it resets. Like, the start of your turn, it resets. So if you use the
Okay.
reaction, like, from, like, you know, when Jack's gone all the way until this swarm of spiders, you can't do it. But once your turn comes up again, then you get your reaction back.
Was when did I use Hellish Rebuke? Was it?
I think it was on the spiders last round.
Yeah, I think it was last round.
So I would have a reaction now?
Yeah.
I think so.
Do I want to use my reaction? No, I'll take it.
Okay. Ba-ba-bum. Alright. That's the wrong one. I was gonna say that's a lot of damage. I don't know why that was so much damage. That's why it's not the right... Not the right boy. I was rolling the wrong damage. You will take 10... Ugh, I'm gonna die. 10 piercing damage, and then you have to make me a con save. Alright, and then another 6 poison.
Another 6 poison. Cool beans.
Okay, I don't know why there are 2 of these guys in here. Vesper, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna go after this spooter right here who just bit me.
Okay.
Just being like, no consent. Let's do.
Helio with the hag, I am unwilling.
Yeah, well, I'll use Booming Blade on this one. Let's see if it hits first.
Okie dokie, that'll hit.
3. Okay, so that's an extra 4 damage, so that's 19 on that spider.
Yeah, we'll kill it.
Yes, and then I'm gonna swing my maul around and clock the guy behind me who tried to choke me out.
Okie dokie. That will also hit. And that will also kill him. Do not even bother rerolling it. It is dead.
Great.
So, with one fell swoop, you'll kind of like come down and like split this horde of like little baby spiders in half, and then you'll kind of like smash each half individually, and then you'll swing back around, and before this guy even knows what's happening, you like get him right in the side of the torso with the maul. And he goes flying to the side, like, flying to the wall, and he kind of just like falls limp once he hits it, and is dead on the stairs.
What I thought. And then I will. There's nothing coming from this side.
Nope. The only discernible threat now is, I guess, if you count Eric a threat, Eric and the spider he's facing off against. Or the spider horde he's facing off against.
It's just this single spider, right? So far, there's nothing else around?
So far, there's nothing else around. And
okay,
hey, I will point out that we're nearing 12 o'clock, so there probably won't be anything else around.
Then I'm gonna go to my friends.
Okay.
Bye, Eric!
Do you guys just want to let Eric deal with the last spider alone?
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe it'll bite him. We can get something good out of this combat.
Let's see. Will it bite him? Because it will get one attack. No.
I'll come here so it looks like I'm about to help him, but I'm gonna, like, not
Push him
really.
into a spider.
Clock him over the head when you get the chance.
Oh.
Alright, no, the spider will not get a hit. But, with that, I think we'll call the session for tonight. And we will finish next week with this place.
Ooh. I got down to half health, guys.
Uh-huh.
Yay!
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna close out of horrid, awful, Bing. No thank you. Pass on that.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew.
Here, wait, let me send that Wario Land commercial before I forget, so that you guys know what I'm talking about.
Obey me, Wario. I am your master. Mario is your enemy.
Here it is. Alright, watch. I don't know how long this video... This is a better link to it. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
That's the vibe.
That's a threatening face.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a weird commercial. Weird commercial, but what can you do?
Why can't I hear anything?